Testing. Microphone 1 2. Hey man, I decided to do this one right here from my vacation home. This is my vacation home, man. Now let me stop fucking around for the hit a nigga on some little bow wow shit. Talking about a nigga you know faking a lifestyle and all this and all that, and nigga material possessions and all that. Hold on. There we go. So much better. Hey yeah, man. It should play upon the Bobby W.J. Johnny Robinson. What is the deal, Kim folks? Shout out to you and yours, man. Most definitely. I'm allow YouTube to do what it is that YouTube does when YouTube does what it is that it does. You feel what I'm saying? And give me the algorithm, send out those notifications and all that, man. We got my play upon the pop pizzle and the Bazildian, man. This is going to be an interesting topic tonight, man. It's just a lot of tomfoolery, for lack of better words. A lot of nonsense going on in these YouTube streets in this genre and the urban community where content creators just so happen to look like us, man. It's a lot of nonsense, homie. And we need to start addressing some of this BS. But when you do your research and you look at this situation, that situation, and the carrot situation and the origin of the story and how it was introduced to the internet and all that, a lot of this nonsense, a lot of this BS can be traced or linked to Adam 22. So that's why I posed the question. And the question is Adam directly or indirectly responsible for recent trauma? Oh, drama, my bad. Forgive me. I'm in drama. I pray to God it doesn't lead to trauma, but the way that it's going, homie, somebody is gonna get hurt in these YouTube streets if we don't start holding each other accountable, man, and demanding certain things from each other's black men. Hold on, let me see if I can correct this while we live. We gonna rebuke that, man. We ain't trying to damn, I can't correct it while we live. So it's all gravy though. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what it is. I edit it later, like, you feel what I'm saying? But now that's a real question. I really want to know, like, how many of y'all hold Adam 22 accountable for all the content creators getting into it? It got to be some level of accountability, homie, when we talking about individuals running to the internet and making indirect threats, and this person feel this way type against this brother, and this brother ain't realistically posed no significant threat towards this dude, and you feel some type of way. If that's the case, maybe I should feel some type of way, the way niggas be biting my style, the way niggas be biting my content, the way niggas come on here and try to masquerade and do the 1-2 like they me. Maybe I should be offended about some of these dudes that be stealing my shit in there. You feel me? But homie, we in this YouTube space to get paper, homie. And if you got a valid and a realistic message to put out to the people, homie, put your 1-2 down and put your message down, homie, and let's keep it player. Let's keep it pimping. Let's keep it cordial. Let's keep it macking. Or let's just keep it on some unified black man shit. Because it don't make no motherfucking sense, homie, for us to be running to this internet and time after time getting into it with each other. Come on, man. This shit is nonsensical, my nigga. It makes no sense. Especially when we get to the point to where we disrespecting our righteous homies. It don't matter if you hub and dub, cuz. It don't matter if you the gangster card or the neighborhood card. None of that shit matter. When we all should be having a universal purpose on coming here making content. But a lot of these cats, homie, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you because I fuck with you. A lot of these niggas' content got the city of Los Angeles, the county of Los Angeles looking bad. How we go from being what they call I don't even want to say that. How do we go from being venerated and celebrated gangsters to being the laughing stocks of the internet? We gonna get into some content, man. And I am going to be as respectful as I possibly can, but I'm gonna be real all the time. Like, so if niggas' shallow egos get inflated and niggas feel some type of way, homie, I am not responsible for the way that you interpret my message. If you have a shallow ego or you are comprehensively delayed, that's on you. That's not on me, cuz. I done did content and then And in this urban community of content creators, we all done talked about and addressed peace, right? So we say fuck peace because it ain't trending no more, right? Since motherfuckers ain't having these peace gatherings and bringing it to the internet, we just abandoned peace. Fuck peace. We just gonna submerge ourselves in the messy shit. No, cuz nigga, fuck that. My mission, my goal, my endeavor is still peace. And like my player opponent JB say, man, I'm gonna keep that shit in your face like an Ali jab. Because we need peace. We don't need all this bullshit ass drama that's going on that's gonna potentially get somebody hurt. Somebody is gonna come around and over this internet shit, homie. It's too many egos in this motherfucker. In this short community. Dudes ain't even coming into this urban YouTube space in this community, in this genre. Dudes ain't getting 1 million views on one video and all this and all that. Dudes ain't coming on here and upload some, some content and off top is 50,000 likes and 100,000 likes. So in the greater scheme of things, homie, we behind, we doing bad. So not only is we struggling in life, doing bad in life, and we're at the bottom of the economic totem pole, we're at the bottom of the ethnic totem pole. Every arena that we step in that's not rooted in entertainment, but even if we address the entertainment industry, we only can get in there as actors. We only can really excel as individuals who are asking other individuals for opportunities and a check. We don't run shit. We at the bottom of the totem pole. We doing bad. So now we gonna come into this YouTube community, right? Where individuals can get hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we gonna corrupt this too and subjugate ourselves to the bottom, even in these YouTube streets, to where you can come on here and you can pop it, you can do your thing and you know what I mean, put on whatever show you choose to, but we gonna use this to create new rivalries and amplify old rivalries. That's asinine. That's crazy. Because the longer we continue to oppose ourselves and let other individuals to come into our culture and have cultural equity in our culture and don't understand the significance of individuals' words, that don't understand the principles that we govern ourselves under, they continue to come in and we fall a victim to their subterfuge. That's crazy. The principles that we live by, they differ from the principles that other individuals in regular, properly functioning society live by. We adopted from the mafia the code or mortata. You don't say nothing. Dudes is coming to the internet now, they're saying everything. Dudes is breaking street codes and a G code to come on the internet just to make content. Excuse me, I'm quite parched. These things. Excuse me. Now is the time to start having these forward-thinking and intellectual conversations that govern us as a people and a potential nation. Niggas is on some bullshit. Somebody's going to get hurt as a direct result of these niggas bullshit. Adam. Great job. Who really knows the identity of Adam? Who really knows what affiliations Adam have with certain fraternities outside of YouTube? Adam was able to weasel himself into our culture. They're like, oh, wait, hold on. Ain't that Wooty Woo Woo boy that's down there that got cultural equity among those niggers? This is what we need him to do. This is his script. We control this shit, so we gonna make sure that he get the views because all this shit is digitalized or digitalized. All this shit is digitalized and likes, views, subscribers, and all this shit can be altered just by doing this, homie. But we go off views. And then a lot of our people who get in these content creative spaces, right? They want to content shame other individuals. Your message is watered down in bullshit. Motherfuckers is always gonna run to the thing that's easily available. That's just how society goes. Nobody really want to do the work. Nobody really want to think. Nobody want to think outside the box, because that puts you in a position to where you have to think. That puts you in a position to where you have to act. Motherfuckers don't want to think and act. They want to be couch potatoes and be entertained, because it gives you a certain hormonal what is the word that I'm looking for? A surge. Boom. Here goes some adrenaline. Boom. Here goes some oxytocin. Boom. Just by watching motherfuckers' content. Also, possibility that whoopty whoop and whoopty whoop or whoopty whoop just called, nigga, that's some messy ass shit. Nigga, that's what these hoes be doing, nigga. So you niggas then converted yourself to hoes, right? Just for social media likes, just to come on this motherfucking create some content that these low vibrational motherfuckers can relate to. If you niggas would do that, if you niggas would sell your image, if you niggas would sell your influence, if you niggas would sell your voice, right? Just to be accepted in this YouTube community, you niggas would sell your ass. You niggas would tell on some niggas, because you don't have morals. You don't have integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is doing the right thing even when you have the opportunity to do all the wrong shit and get away with it. Nah, cuz I got integrity. No, I ain't gonna do that. Because one thing I learned from the projects, homie, is always somebody watching on PJ Crib. All closed eyes ain't sleep, and all farewells ain't goodbyes. That's just, it was what it is. If we gonna call a ball, strike a strike, some of these niggas and the influence that they have in these YouTube streets and now over the babies in our community, some of these niggas is cancer. If you feel like I'm talking about you, then bingo, I'm talking about you. It is what it is, homie. But one thing I don't want to do is get on this motherfucker and inflate my ego to the point to where I got to regress back to the person that I allegedly was. Like how some of these dudes claim to be this, that, and third. Like, okay, cuz, we all know who we was in our former lives, or we all know what lays dormant within us, cuz, but how do we use our collective voices and influence to create our own creative space, our own YouTube, our own Facebook? You niggas ain't have a problem with it with Mark Zuckerberg. You know what I'm talking about, the dude who created Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. When he tried to ban Farrakhan from his platform, I say, homie, if that's how he feel about the righteous amongst us, imagine how he feel about us. Why don't we pitch in, create our own, to where you can come and you can exercise your freedom of speech? Because all this shit has been censored. We can't even say the K word. We got to say unalive. And when we say this and say that, we got to say this. Or we can't even say the R word. In the actuality or reality, we can't even say the R word, no matter how realistic the situation is that we depicting and describing. Nigga, think about that. But we got the freedom of speech, freedom of press. They say that we're street journalists, that we come on here and basically what we doing is journalism. Well, I got the freedom of speech and I got the freedom of press. So how the fuck are you finding a creative way to take that constitutional right away from me? Have y'all ever thought about that? Did you ever ponder that? How we got to censor our words. We can't say this and we can't say that. We can't curse. Nigga, you's a grown-ass motherfucking man. And you mean to tell me that you're going to let a system, a mechanism, and some other motherfuckers tell you that you got to put restraints on your conversation? Nigga, how much sense that makes? But we going to get into some content, because I don't want to get on here and just be rambling and all this and all that. But my nigga, I got some news you can use. I got something that's beneficial to you. The first thing that we're going to jump into is a situation that I just got hip to. Somebody just made me hip. Somebody sent me the video like, man, check this out. I'm listening to it like, okay, I don't want to be biased. So I listen to these type of situations and I perceive and I analyze these situations with an unbiased mind. I'm open. Right is right, wrong is wrong. We're going to get into this content. The first video that I'm gonna show you is a video recently posted by none other than Young and Hefe. And we're gonna get into this. You know what I mean? We're gonna go over there and we're gonna experience what the health effect really is. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna hit that bell. so he can get his mail. You know what I mean? It ain't what you say or what nobody else say. It's what the check say. So let's go see what the check say and how the check is influencing the brother over there. Let's see how the brother is influenced by the check. Let's go see. You know what I mean? Let's get into some content. And listen, homie, I'm doing this as respectful as I can. I'm telling the real, I'm telling the truth. And if anybody get offended and they feel like I'm being disrespectful towards them, anybody, because it's not his it's not only his content that we're going to view, analyze, dissect, and provide commentary to. But to anybody who I mentioned in this broadcast, homie, I'm doing this as respectfully as I can. If anybody gets offended by my truth and me being respectful, my internet etiquette right here, right now, I don't know what to tell you, cuz I'm operating from a point of truth and being being real. We hurting, cuz like we out here doing bad. But niggas like, man, fuck that, cuz we can do better. No. We doing too good, homie. Man, let's find a way to sabotage this shit, blood. Man, you come on, what we doing? The whole world is looking to us for relevance, acceptance, what's hip, what's hot, what's cool, what's popping. And we can't see the value within ourselves. We can't come together, start create these think tanks and create these what is they call group funds or crowd funds to where we can start funding our own shit. We don't need these people, homie. We only need them because we address these situations as individuals versus a collective. We got to start moving in a collective fashion, homie. That's the only way that we're going to win and get by. Because when you look at everybody that opposes, everybody that say we hate niggas, but we love to listen to their music and replicate and imitate and impersonate them, they got a collective behind them. They got a whole, they got their people behind them. But here we come as individuals. We can't amass nothing. We can't do anything of substance and value as long as we continue to move as individuals. Oh man, no, homie, no man is an island unto himself, especially if you black. But with that, we're gonna get into this on the Renanels. And I'm gonna be pausing it within the content so that I can commentate.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young Aunt Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say.
Quotations. If a person, and this is from a real brother, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm not being biased. I'm not trying to provoke anyone to wrath, but when a person tell you, I don't care about number what the dollar say, then you know what this person is driven by. Respectfully. Shout out to Young and Hefe and the content that he make. You feel what I'm saying? That brother, you know, he doing his thing. And we gonna salute you. PJ Crip, nigga, we gonna salute you. Get your paper. But don't let the paper alter who you are, homie. And I'm not saying that the paper has made alterations to this brother's essence and who he is. You have to formulate your own opinion and decision in regards to that. But what I'm saying generally, never allow the money to make you when men make the money. But let's get back into the content.
Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Let's get cut. For anybody that hasn't seen this video, you know, let's support the brother. You feel me? If you haven't subscribed to his channel so far, please get over there and do so. And once you watch the video, please support his content and go ahead and get a brother a like on the Renanels. Let's get back into it.
Good old big deal with the good old people. It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe. And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics is OG Bound. OG Bound Perspective on YouTube. Now, I'm going to try.
Hey, shout out to the big homie OG Bam, cuz on Crib. 2 C's, 2 of them.
Try to mind my manners as much as possible. And try to mind my manners as much as possible. But let me say this, man. to whomever this may fall upon. It's a lot of jackals on this YouTube space. It's a lot of jackals. It's a lot of clowns. It's a lot of dummies. It's a lot of sillies. It's a lot of people that's mad, and it's a lot of people that's emotional. And I don't know what these people got going on or what they're trying to conjure up. You know what I'm saying? And when stuff ain't going right in their life and they going through their personal stuff and they bringing their personal emotions here to social media, it don't make no sense to me. Like, everybody's mad about something. These dudes been on YouTube longer than you. Like, you surpassed a dude. Oh, you sold your soul to surpass me.
Pause. We all do deal with our own challenges and our individual situations as men, as fathers, as representatives of our respective factions and communities and all that. But I don't think that influences a person in their decision to make a particular type of content. Brother Young Ant and myself had our disagreement with one another, even though that I was right. And he, we had a phone conversation. And when he came and he introduced the internet to the phone conversation, a lot of the elements that he introduced to the internet was fabricated. But I ain't say none because, it's Bobby Ye, man. I ain't really trying to get into it with none of my brothers and all this and all that. But in the midst of us having a disagreement about it being peace in LA, this brother was saying there's peace in LA. Everybody's on the peace. I said, no, it is not peace in LA. There's peace talk. There's peace efforts, but there isn't peace throughout Los Angeles. That's a fallacy. And we have to be careful with the narratives that we create, because it was dudes from neighborhood that was from a different city that went to a certain part of LA doing, the march with Nipsey Hussle. After that happened, they were saying there's peace in LA, peace in LA. And then individuals got back to the regular scheduled program and start hitting dudes with that fire. A dude from a neighborhood set that's located outside of Los Angeles went to Los Angeles in a spot that neighborhoods don't frequent and got pressed and almost lost his life because of the false narrative that it was peace in LA to commemorate the passing of Nipsey Hussle. So that's why I was so adamant. And that's why I was persistent in allowing individuals to know it is no total peace in Los Angeles. Don't go to Los Angeles listening to certain content creators and thinking that it's peace, and you don't supposed to be somewhere where you at. And then they gotta hit your people and say, hey, this unfortunate situation has befallen your son, your daughter, your cousin, your auntie, or anybody. So in the midst of that, the brother had alluded to, he doesn't know what's going on with me in my job. Maybe I'm overworking. Maybe it's this, that, and third. So it's a pattern. Why it can't just be a situation to where a misunderstanding is happening in between two brothers, and we need to do this? Pick up these thinner names and have an intellectual conversation. What's up, OG? What's cracking, cuz? What's popping? How you feeling? Man, for sugar, man, I see that you have, some strong viewpoints about me. Man, let's explore that. Well, I feel like you, wooty, woo, 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 woo. Okay, for sure, big homie. Well, listen to this, big homie. My auntie, man, she got cancer, homie. And I got to do certain things, to have the money to make sure that she can beat this thing called cancer. War and peace can be a conversation away. But when we're met with adversity and a challenge, or somebody disagreeing with us within this community and within our race, homie, if we blow a gasket. It's no understanding. But when people outside of our community, and when it's people outside of our race that come and oppose us and challenge us with the standpoint of I'm ready for whatever, it's we be like, you know what I mean? But let's get back into the content, man. I'm gonna get into the comments, man. Y'all forgive me. I'm cooking right now of sorts.
Oh, I've been on YouTube this long. Oh, my channel only got
all that shit is irrelevant. Any dude that's ruled by social media likes, social media clicks, social media relevance, homie, then you influence and you move by the wrong thing. See, my content, look, my platform has been stagnant and it's cool. No problem. Because the individuals that come and view my content time after time, It's high vibrational individuals. Individuals that my message resonate with. Individuals that after they listen to most of my content, homie, they start contemplating. They start thinking about things. And they be like, man, that was some real shit. That was some real shit that he was spoke. The last video that I just did, homie, when I was talking about certain relevant things, man, you would be amazed at how many people hit me on Facebook, hit me on Instagram, thanking me, homie, for highlighting these issues that a lot of people don't highlight. A lot of people don't address. A lot of people feel like they're the only ones who are going through the things that they're not. And I'm here to tell you, no, homie, your financial situation, been there, done that. Problematic relationships, been there, done that. PTSD, been there, done that. Mental health disorders, been there, done that. Not having a mama, been there, done that. So we similar. So how do we utilize the things that we have in common to be the factor to bring us all together versus the bullshit that continue to separate us? Because you know who gonna pay the piper for this misinformation, this misrepresentation of who we are as black men, and this constant messy ass content that we making? It's the motherfucking babies that's looking up to this bullshit that don't even know who the fuck they is. As kids, we look up to Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and all these other celebrities because we don't have an identity and we're trying to mold ourselves after somebody that looks like they're successful or some form of success. But it ain't no Michael Jordan, it ain't no Magic Johnsons in our communities. So when you go outside the door, who you looking up to? I'm looking up to the big homie TB. And to TB got knocked down, no disrespect. And I do not mean that in a disrespectful fashion, homie. So now we looking up to the next dude. And to this dude either leaves, wise up, or he gets slain. And now we looking up to the next dude. When we think about masculinity in the black community, homie, it's not the doctor dude who just graduated college, became a doctor, now he's a surgeon. It ain't the dentist. It ain't the truck driver. It ain't the brother who grew up in the hood who got his shit together and said, listen, homie, I want to be of service to my people, so I'm gonna join the police force. I'm not here to brutalize my people. I'm not here to snitch on my people, but I am gonna be fair. If you break the law, I'm coming to holler at you. We don't look up to these type of individuals. We look up to the gangsters, the unallowers, the pimps, the players, everything that's counterproductive to us as a people moving forward. We don't have no other examples of masculinity in our communities. So now the internet popping. You can come on the internet and tap in and hear a cat saying all this shit. And it's like, damn, I want to do that. I want to be like this. How many views he got? How many subscribers? Oh man, I want to. No, nigga, that ain't the motherfucking way. This is temporal right here. While we in these YouTube creative spaces and all that, homie, we supposed to be strategizing, politicking, and plot planning on a way that we can tactfully get our shit unified. But let's get back into the content, homie.
This many subscribers. He been on YouTube this long. How you think he got this many subscribers? It's a never-ending game. Everybody's a gangster. Everybody's the exception. The way that everybody portray themselves to be is the standard. All these gangbangers, every gangbanger, damn near every gangbanger that get on here, that portray themselves who to be, oh, my ideal personality is the standard. And I keep telling dudes that we can both be sitting down watching the same exact thing and come up with a different conclusion in our assumption from what we've seen because we view things differently. But we all know in life it's pros and cons, and we know right is right and wrong is wrong. That's
pause. I'm gonna pause it right there. And this is some real shit. This is some truthfulness for your ass. Anybody that cares to listen. Some brothers have not been operating in the fashion that they should be operating in. Brothers haven't been in these YouTube streets operating off what's righteous, what's just, and what's truthful. They have been seeing that I can amass a certain amount of following in this YouTube space by being this type of dude, being messy, creating false narratives, talking about this dude, going after this dude. You know, let's get back into the content. I'm gonna run that one back.
right and wrong is wrong. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Niggas ain't been on that. On Eastside PJ Watch Crip, on Stevie Walla Bean, on Mike, like on Stevie. Niggas ain't been on no right is right, wrong is wrong type shit. Especially when niggas is spewing hatred, especially when niggas is putting out fallacious information that's creating a bigger situation that's being, what is the word? Exasperated. And taking it to some whole other shit, because God's got to be more responsible with the content that they make and the words and the verbiage that they use when they making the content. Some of these niggas is moving in the same fashion as women, and that's just is what it is. If we gonna be right, all of us as content creators on Esau, PJ Watch Crip, on Stevie Wada Bean has not been adhering to right is right, wrong is wrong. Some niggas is operating. Who is this? Y'all hold on. Let me allow my brother here, man. Peace and blessings, King.
Yo, what's happening, King, man? What we on today? I just popped in, man. What we on?
Man, talking about, just all the hypocrisy, all the negativity that's in these YouTube streets as it pertains to us as a people, man. This shit with Young and Hefe, this shit with 607 Unc and 4 Extra, and how just all this shit, man.
Yeah, I just peeped that, man. I was just about to do a video, upload a video on that, right? Because I checked out Young and Hefe's take on it, and when Young and Hefe first initially started off, man, he was on some peace shit. You dig?
Right.
His homeboy, what's his name? Tiny Jack Move had made a viral video about the peace treaty and all that, and it seemed like it's just spiraled out of control to now it's like some messy Jerry Springer type shit within the black creator content movement. You feel me?
Righteous.
That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. They too old for that, man. We got to grow up.
Man, we most definitely got to go up, man, because now these babies is watching this content and they want to emulate this bullshit, homie.
Exactly.
So what we gonna do? We gonna create another 5 to 6 generation of dysfunctional black males, homie, that's incapable of leading our society, that's incapable of governing over our women, that's incapable of being fathers, that's incapable of being protectors. Like, no, fuck that, homie. Somebody got to speak up against this bullshit that these niggas is contributing to our communities, homie. Like, this shit is crazy. It's asinine, bro.
Straight up. I mean, both of them, hopefully both of them could come to the round table and cooler heads prevail, man, because OG Bam, he out of his league, man, for wanting to fight anybody. And but I do understand where he coming from as far as the Adam 22 being a culture vulture, man. He's right. He has some points. He has some valid points, man, that Young and Hefe can't dispute or refute, man, because dude been throwing monkey wrenches in the game as far as black people go for a long time. He's been able to get away with it with impunity, and niggas ain't been speaking on it. So now once niggas speaking on it, you trying to jump in the way and take the bullets for him? Oh no,
that's
homie.
Crazy.
Just because you
that's
work up
crazy.
there, homie. Yeah, just because you work up there, you can't cape for dude, man. Dude's still bad. Even if what you have to say about OG Bam is valid. This nigga Adam 22 need to get up out of there, man.
Righteous. I totally agree with you. I am total agreement with you, man. It gotta be a level of accountability from all of us, Kim folks.
Straight
from
up.
all of us, especially as it pertains to those who don't look like us, that's getting cultural equity in our culture. I just watched the shit with 607 Unc, and everybody want to protect Adam 22 and so on and so forth, and jump in front of whatever consequences and repercussions that he's rightfully entitled to. He need to be reprimanded for some of the shit that he say, but he intentionally asked 607 Unc, what do you think about 4 Extras?
Exactly, bro. He's enticing these things, man. Just like when American Cholo and them came up there 50 deep and he wasn't there. Who had to be the one to stay to take them bullets, man?
Compton AD.
AD had to be up there, man. So it's like, bro, these incidents keep happening, man, until somebody end up getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? And 4 Extras got all this energy for 607 where the energy for King Pill at? You know what I'm saying?
That's
Make
heavy.
it make sense, my guy. Like,
Righteous.
you already know you could whoop dude.
Righteous.
You already know that. Why you don't fight somebody you know you can get a bag with, and y'all can go in the ring and sell it like gentlemen?
Righteous. What you saying is factual, right? When I was a kid, homie, I was fighting one of my homie Mike. Shout out to Mike, homie. We out there fighting like grown men, like boxers. we was having a football game in my hood with the Insanes and the 20s. Shout out to the Insanes and 20s. So my big homie Snipe, like, man, y'all out here fighting like grown men going at it. He say, man, if y'all gonna be out here fighting like this, get paid for it. That was the ultimate goal, to get a certain reputation, to be in a position to where I can throw these things and get paid for it. But you know, 4Extra dropped the ball for whatever he dropped the ball for. Maybe some of the things, but this is another thing, right? What Adam did, homie, that subterfuge and that play that he used, that tactic that he used on 4Extra, maybe 4Extra ain't seeing it from an entertainment standpoint. Maybe he's seeing it like this is a real life challenge. And where I come from, the way that we diffuse real life challenges is dealing with them like this versus like that. Everybody ain't here to play. Everybody ain't here to fight in front of people. See, this is the thing for a lot of dudes who've been on that level 4 yard. They have a saying. They said if it ain't worth unaliving for, it ain't worth fighting for. And if it's worth fighting for, then it's worth unaliving for. And some dudes hold true to that philosophy still to this day. Like,
No, I fully understand that, man. No, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. But you can't have smoke for nobody. You know, it's selective. Your smoke is selective. I could see if you was on that type of time with everybody, like anybody get out of pocket, especially your Migos. That was always my thing when I was banging. Like, my Migos, I don't got to get in no head up phase. The homies, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
the Migo, you can't come on my, get on my space and get in my inbox talking about a fade what? You finna fade, you know what I'm saying? You finna go a different type of way. But 607 Unc, he's not even from out here. He looked like he smoked out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it seemed like you bullying, bruh. You feel me? That's what it seemed like, you know what I'm saying? Was he out of pocket? Yeah, he was out of pocket for saying what he said about
Most definitely.
4Extra. But 4Extra, the first one to put it out there himself. Talking about he putting peanut butter, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm not sure about that one. I don't want to create false narratives, but me personally, I haven't heard 4Extra say that he putting peanut butters in dude's rectum. I haven't heard that. Maybe you seen something I didn't see.
No, he said that he was there. He didn't
Right.
say he actually did it, but I guess his homeboy did it. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's weird as fuck. If you there,
that's crazy.
But yeah, we definitely got to get a hold of our people, man. You know, I was just watching Cartoon 5 Trey, man, and he played a video of some stuff going on in Compton, man. That's unrighteous, man, to black people right now, man.
That's what I'm saying, homie. And these are situations that we need to be talking about. Not this nonsensical bullshit, homie. You got individuals out there that's firebombing homes. You talking about when a black dude was walking home and all the Hispanics is out there and they pack him out and all that and start saying N-words and all this. Man, motherfucking right.
Yeah.
Because man, that's on Steve-O, homie. And listen, bro, and a lot of people is about to see how proactive I am, that I am when it comes to my people. If I was in LA right now, and homie, I'd be hollering at different factions talking about we need to go see what's up with this. Where's all these community activists and all that?
For real.
Yeah, we got to go see what's up with that, homie.
What's up, Skip? Where's Skip at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fly to Compton,
but they shy away from these type of subjects and situations because they feel like I got to be in good standing with these people. I don't want to offend them. Like, no, fuck that. Some of these motherfuckers need to be offended. Some of these motherfuckers need to be here with the actuality and reality.
I look at it like, you know, I got a 17-year-old son out here running these streets right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I look at it from his perspective. I look at it like them is my kids too. Them is my peoples.
Right.
You feel me? So if they getting hurt, we being hurt. We already showed. We already outnumbered.
Hey, I'm gonna
so
tell you,
what we gonna do? Keep slitting each other neck?
One of our brightest thinkers, I don't know if it was Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, maybe Malcolm X, the Honorable Malcolm X, peace be upon him, says something to the effect of an injustice to one of us anywhere is an injustice to all of us everywhere. If we allow individuals to come and victimize this dude right here, they feel like, oh, if it ain't no blowback, if it ain't no consequences or ramifications for their actions, then they can do it to all of us. Like, no, fuck that. Well, we forgot that they went down into them projects in Boyle Heights or wherever it's at, East LA, big hazards, and they start firebombing homes because of black women, single mothers and shit. Nigga, that's some fucked up, busted bitch ass shit. Because when they come into our community, we treat them the same way we treat our homegirls. We honor them, we venerate they motherfucking elders and shit in an all black or predominantly black community. Nigga, fuck that shit. But you got these weird ass niggas that come to the internet to talk about this weirdo shit. What you say, Kim folks?
Them people who got their house firebombed, They didn't bang.
Man, none of that
They
shit. I
wasn't
knew,
Crips, they wasn't Bloods, they wasn't
man,
Hoops. They
listen,
was just
the
normal people. You feel me?
man, I knew a female that stayed in
Civilians.
my projects, but she moved because it was too much of this on this. You feel what I'm saying? So she think it's a better living by going down there. But now you're dealing with a whole different element because now they coming after you. When you stayed in your home and you was in Imperial Courts housing projects, everything was cool. You can come and go as you please. But you done went down there with them and they don't even like your black ass, and they gonna let you know by here throwing this through your motherfucking window.
Straight up. Straight up.
We got to start creating enclaves for ourselves and our communities, homie. If I can't feel free and relax in your hood and vice versa, then what the fuck is we doing? If I got to come to your section and look over my shoulders around individuals supposed to be my allies, then my nigga, what the fuck is we doing? Something crazy, something is amiss. This is the shit we got to address, and we got to start finding ways to fix this shit. And I know that a lot of our brothers, homie, they dealing with unresolved psychological trauma, and that's why we continue to make the same motherfucking mistakes, because we ain't healed from the last mistake that we made, homie.
Real shit, man. I did a video about that the other day, man. About how some Hoover members disciplined a homeboy for robbing allegedly robbing a elote man, right? But you'll never see them dudes discipline their homeboys when they do foul shit to us. They don't never publicly discipline. And Jap 5 was one of the dudes that was whooping on the youngster. And I'm like, why y'all whooping on this youngster, man? They ain't whooping on their people. And the dude that was sitting up there talking to him, he got whoop-de-whoop, K this, all these K's all on his shirt, all the hoods crossed out. Man, you can't waver peace with your neighbors, but you want to waver peace with them? Man, y'all, that's some buster shit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That shit out of pocket, my nigga. How we gonna be friends with them and kiss up and make hands when we can't waver peace with one another? You dig what I'm saying? The East Coast Crips, they waver peace with the F-13s. Why y'all ain't extend that same olive branch to the Hoovers?
Pause.
You dig what I'm saying?
Pause. I really don't want to get into East Coast Hoover business, but I will say the efforts were made. Were made.
That's what's up.
They even offered the olive branch to the Damu brothers. You know, most noticeably the Swans. They refused. They declined the offer. But everybody else that they extended it to, the main streets, they cool with the main streets now. They
cool with
enemies.
The mains. They cool
Broadways,
with
the Avalons, the
East
Kitchen
Coast
Crib.
been getting it together. East
They've
Coast
been getting it together. 100.
I'm using them as an example, as a catalyst to, like, we could forgive them, but we can't forgive each other, man, and that ain't cool. It's not cool at all.
I would have went with that narrative. I would have went with what you said, but I know how the internet takes things and spin it to some other stuff. You know what I mean? They'll try to take that clickbait and make you seem like you said something derogatory or disrespectful to them, and somebody rebuttal say, no, man, we cool with these. So it ain't them just being cool with the F-13s, because they did follow that up with, you know, creating ceasefires with other Crip sets. You know, they extended it to the Bloods, the Anthony Sparks, the Swans, and a few other sets, and they're like, no, they cool. But listen, hold on, I want to play this video because you just touched upon some real shit, and I just saved this so that I can talk about it too. Hold on, don't go nowhere. But what you just said was some real shit. Watch this. Let me see. It's right here. Let me see. I want the people to see that what you're saying is rooted in facts, homie.
Okay, so as you can see, we have Black and Brown members from our street organizations here, and they wanted to come together today because we've been seeing a lot of these videos going around about our Latin street vendors being attacked.
You know, they don't have nobody to protect them. They're vulnerable. Right. They don't have, you know, they can talk all they want, but they don't have the platform to voice you know, what the message they're trying to get across. So I took it upon myself to help them out, you know?
Definitely.
You know, like a neighborhood hero, however you want to call it, you know what I'm saying?
And so you've even helped to organize fundraisers for...
We were able to raise... shit. Put it on the table. Put it on one of the tables.
And so, come on, man. Just so people know what's going on, you guys are here today, but you're also going to be doing like a
little lunchy, you know, just to eat together and show the unity.
Yeah, about to break bread.
Unity.
Okay, so as you can see, we have Black and Brown.
That's crazy. The brother gone. But Kim, folks, I appreciate you coming in and sharing this platform with me, man, and expressing your valid viewpoints. 100. We need more of that, homie. But he was just talking about how Jap 5 and them engaged in this circus with some motherfuckers that later came back and said, we don't want to fuck with y'all. We don't want to sign to y'all. This is how we live. This is how we get down. We politic like this. But you got Jap 5, and I'm not trying to say anything against that brother. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he was operating under a false pretense. You get what I'm saying? That don't mean that he's a bad dude. That means that us, as those who do know in this community, we grab him, we have a conversation with him. We walk the track with him. Hold on, let me get Kim folks back in. Yo.
Phone died, Brody. My bad.
For Shigadell, it's all good. But I just showed that video that you was talking about with Jap 5 with Swifty Blue, the other Hispanic dude, and the dude with the disrespectful writing and all that shit on his shirt towards other African Americans.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what part of the game is that? Where we gonna church up with them, but we can't church up with other. I understand though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand it.
As a former gang member, man, that had lost people, and he probably younger than we are, you know. So I do understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, it's not an excuse, man. It's not an excuse.
Definitely not an excuse, man. And
you probably, you know, I'm pretty sure you got homies that ain't on that type of time right now. You know what I'm saying?
To a degree, but we are collective. We're collective. When the right individuals get involved and say, "Cuz, this is what we pushing, this is how we politic," and that just is what it is. And I done been on Eastside PJ Crip on Stevie Walla Bean. I done been in a situation to where some of my homies was opposed to some of my views about reducing the animosity and the hatred that we share between us and the great streets. I done been in meetings with dudes come in and they say inflammatory things and all that, but when I get them to the side, I'm like, listen, cuz, we need to really, you know, end this shit, homie. And the only thing that can stop this is XYZ. And you give a motherfucking ultimatum and they say, well, man, I ain't tripping this. No, nigga. When it's time to get down and dirty, when it's time to put in some motherfucking work and get cracking, like allegedly some of us then contributed, when it's time for you to take that position versus a position of running your motherfucking mouth, niggas' viewpoints change. Niggas got to start putting these niggas on the motherfucking spot, because it's always a nigga that ain't never did shit, ain't never been through shit, and ain't gonna do shit, and don't want to go through shit that got the most to say. Nigga, you don't understand how these motherfucking scars, these bullet wounds hurt and all that shit when they get cold. Nigga, you don't understand the effects of PTSD, how a nigga don't trust shit, how a nigga can't sleep, how it's hard to bond with shit, because I'm traumatized by the shit that I done did in the streets. These niggas go home to their mamas. These niggas go in the house when it's woke time. These niggas ain't taking penitentiary chances, so you ain't got a motherfucking thing to talk about how we proceed. So it's a collective. When the right individuals from each set come together and we start talking proactive reconstruction and just, you know, some real political shit, man, all them other niggas' voices is obsolete. So the thing is, when the real niggas gonna stand up, homie? We go to prison, and when we in prison, we like this. How the fuck I'm gonna be cool with you in prison and busting spreads and all this, and I'm coming back to the streets and want to bust your head, man? That's hypocrisy. That's bullshit.
I had a homie from Mid City. I'm from Mid City.
Right.
It's my big homie. He was cellies with a dude from the country. When the dude got, I ain't, you know, name's been changed to protect the guilty, man.
Righteous.
But you know, old boy ended up, you know, busting on him when he got out, and they were cellies in jail.
Right.
And that shit be crazy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit be like, we can get along. We gotta get along up in there. But when we on the streets, we at each other's neck. And that's what I be trying to tell my little homies. You know what I'm saying? I seen you walking through doing your live in the projects, and I heard all them fireworks and shit, man. That shit give me PTSD, man, when I be hearing that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I be hearing a gang of fireworks and shit popping off, nigga, that shit crazy, bro. And a lot of people don't understand the drama and the trauma that we go through as being, that shit like being in war.
Mm-hmm.
That shit like being in a war for real. That PTSD shit real.
It is real, man. You know, growing up, I never really got the full effects of 4th of July. My uncle, July the 4th, 1987, was unalived by a rival faction located in Watts. If you know the city, then you know what I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was always kind of like taboo celebrating that for my family. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So when you grow up and then you start losing people, when you hear these pop, boom, bam, bams, that shit can be triggering, homie. That's
Real
it. Like
talk.
this is the real spill. But the thing is, how do we heal from this shit? How do we heal? How do we creatively introduce healing to our brothers who need it the most? You know, it's taboo for us to be African Americans and seek a higher level of care or to seek professional help with getting this right. How do we get the homies to embrace counseling? How do we get the homies to embrace healing? How do we get the homies to be more accepting of things that can enrich the quality of your life and reduce the PTSD, the trauma, the anxiety, and the depression? See, these are the conversations we got to be having, man. Because this is the shit that matters. All that other shit, man, that shit don't matter. But it do matter because we allow an outsider to come into our community, have enough cultural equity to where he's putting us against each other.
No, yeah, that was a great take on it, because we've always been taught that if we just indulge in these drugs, if we just smoke this blunt, if we just get this bottle, we just pop this pill, we just, self-medicating. And a lot of black men aren't able to just sit down and talk with a therapist. Like, we need therapy, bro. Like, it's a lot of us out here that need therapy, man, from the shit that we've been through, from, jail and shit that we've been through on the streets, man. The weed and the Hennessy ain't helping it. It's actually, progressing it even worse, if you ask
Worse.
me. But
Right.
that's just my take on it, man. And we got to get our OGs, man. We got to get them in line and in order, man, because ain't no way OG Bam should be jumping out of his body like that over this internet shit, man. I think that them two dudes could have got on the phone, man, and handled that. Both of them.
I didn't really get into the meat and potatoes of it. I was exploring, and I didn't get the opportunity to.
Oh, you didn't play it? You didn't watch it?
Nah, not all of it. But this is the thing, like, right? They say the things that you teach a child, the things that a child learn as a kid, or the things that a child learn, right, be the hardest to do away from when they become an adult. They say children are very impressionable because the brain doesn't fully develop until you get 25. And just talking about PTSD, I seen my first murder when I was 5 years old. Boom, that's traumatic. That's a traumatic experience. It either makes you a hermit, it makes you a recluse, or it makes you feel like, damn, this is the way I get veneration and respect in the streets. I want that for myself. Now, when we go through our own individual hero journeys or rites of passage, I went to the California Youth Authority, homie, and in there I was misunderstood by the clinicians. So every time I got into a situation fighting and just just throwing a fit, they sent the nigga to the hole. I stayed in a hole in the California Youth Authority a little bit over a year. Solitary confinement. Imagine what that do to a developing mind, homie, to be in solitary confinement for that long of a time. And sometimes they don't even let us out for showers. Sometimes they don't let us out for yard. And then when you do go to yard, you go into another motherfucking cage. So imagine how that affects us mentally. Me and a lot of my niggas, homie, that was in the California Youth Authority before me, after me, and with me, we all mentally fucked up. Cause look at what they expose us to, homie. How the fuck you gonna put a baby in solitary confinement? Now they saying that the solitary confinement is cruel and unusual punishment for the adults. So if it's fucking up the adults, imagine what it did to the kids. And they wonder why a lot of us come out of the California Youth Authority and these juvenile institutions, homie, and we just can't get right, homie. So when you can't cope and you can't understand that shit, the first thing that you're gonna run to is something that makes you feel like it's alleviated. Smoking the weed, popping the pills, drinking the Henny, snorting powder. I done been through all that shit too, but I was smart enough to say, damn, cuz this shit making a nigga worse. But yeah, man.
A lot of people ain't, and they'll lead to heavier drugs. It start with the weed and the pills and the yada, and then it go to something else. You dig? The crystal and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of people ain't strong enough to bounce back from that shit, and you right, man. That shit does cause PT in close. That's why they did the end of hostilities in the prisons,
right?
Because they deemed it cruel and unusual punishment. So now all the factors and them dudes been down behind that wall for 10, 15 years. That they in the general population now just because of that. And my cousin, he just got out, man. Y'all, Jason Samuel, man, go check his book out. He go follow him on Instagram, man.
Major.
He just did 23 years in High Desert. He shot a sheriff in the neck when he was 17 years old. But he got deemed, like you said, your brain isn't fully developed until you like 26 years old as a man.
Right.
So that
Right.
a lot of people is coming home, they're getting action, they're getting back. You did, but just thinking, man, all of those people that's coming home, they messed up, man.
100. Yeah.
They messed up, and they're gonna need some help getting back, rehabilitating from what they have gone through on the streets and in jail.
Righteous. Righteous. 100. 100. I mean, it's a multifaceted problem that we need to start giving more attention to, but we really can't focus on that because we got to continuously come and focus on this social media shit, homie, before it get out of whack.
Right.
Like this shit is crazy, man.
Right. Like 4Extra got a following like King Solomon, man, you know. And I hope that brother don't crash out, man, and find himself back in. My thing was like, why you gonna tell somebody all of this stuff on camera, bro? Like, you see what happened to Brick Baby now? Like, why y'all
Right.
keep talking like that? Why y'all keep doing yourself like that, man? For this puppet master,
Right.
putting on
And
a show, man, cooning, getting torn, feathered.
and I be putting emphasis on that. I always try to use that as an example. Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, Big U came on here, made inflammatory content. I'm this, I'm that, I do this, I'll put chili on niggas' heads and all this. Now the feds using all that shit against you because they been monitoring everything that we do, everything that we say. So what y'all did is allow the oppressor to give you enough rope to hang yourself.
Right.
But another thing that we got to address, and this is no disrespect to 4Extras, man. I feel like 4Extras may have an unresolved psychological disorder, Kim, folks. And that goes back to talking about us getting a higher level of care and us getting professional help to help us navigate through these raw emotions and shit. And I'm not saying the brother is stupid, retarded, and none of that. I'm just saying, like, most of us, it's something going on there.
Oh no, for sure. I agree with that wholeheartedly because dude don't care nothing about going to jail, man. He don't care nothing about going to jail. He said he an unalive dude right here on the spot. Like, he went crazy with it. And I'm like, bro, like, you ain't been out but 2 weeks. Recidivism. You know?
Recidivism. Yeah,
Yeah, there
recidivism.
you go. There you go.
I'm gonna say this, homie, and I want y'all to dissect this, right? 4Extra is way more intelligent than what he portrays on the internet, and that's on my mama. 4Extra is way more intelligent than what he portrays on the internet. When you just sit back and dissect some of his dialogue, it's like, damn, he just said this, like this contradicts this. So if he's able to formulate these type of thoughts, I know that this brother is somehow, some way intelligent. Like, so we can't be deceived by some of the content that individuals, be putting out and whatnot. That dude ain't. I don't think 4Extra is just gonna crash out like how he was saying when he was saying what he was saying in 607 because if 4Extra was gonna crash out like that, 4Extra would have been and crashed out on my mama. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. What happened, Kim, folks? You there? I don't know what happened. All right, hold on. Let me play the rest of this situation, man, and we gonna try to get the brother back, and we gonna get into some meaningful dialogue, man. 100.
Your dislike don't make nothing I do wrong. That's just something you don't like, and I don't care what the next person don't like, because at the end of the day, I'm the person that's in the former shell of this body, that's in the shell of this body, excuse me, knock on this good wood. I'm the person in the shell of this body that got to live in this body, got to wake up in this body, got to nutrition this body, got to feed this body, got to bathe this body. You know what I'm saying? I'm the person that got to take the slander. Not anybody else that's jacking their jaws, running their mouth, or got a dislike for what you're doing. Now, it'd be funny for all these YouTube dudes that try to get out here and say, oh, if you go on no jumper, you sold your soul. Oh, you sitting with that white boy, you sold your soul. Man,
I want to pause it right there, right? I don't think if you go on no jumper, you sold your soul. I don't agree with that. But what I will say, if you go on no jumper and you dance to the rhythm of the beat that he said, then it's a possibility that you sold your soul. If you can maintain your integrity and your identity on that platform, then do your thing. if you can use it to your benefit and you're not using it in a nefarious deconstructive way, then do your thing. Just because you gonna know jumper, man, that don't mean that you sold your soul. So I disagree with that one, but we're gonna get back into the content.
I don't care what y'all problem is with Adam 22. That don't have nothing to do with me. Adam 22 ain't disrespected no Crips. I don't care what you dislike. Name something that he have done wrong as a whole to the Crip community or blood community. Name who he have put in jail. You dudes getting mad at Adam because y'all said he a culture vulture. How you're going to culture vulture off another grown man that's allowing himself to be placed up there? You're the dummy, if anything. Y'all mad at Adam 22, Adam this, Adam that, Adam this. Like this is crazy. This is crazy. Look, I don't care about nobody not watching my channel. Please unsubscribe anybody that's mad because you see me go to No Jumper once a week. I sold my soul. Oh, I'm Illuminati now. Oh, man, he declined. Who are y'all? Who made this exception? Who made this?
We do not believe that you're Illuminati. There's a certain way of, I'm not going to even talk about the initiation and all this and all that, but no one believes that you're Illuminati, Kim, folks, but let's get back into the content. We don't believe that.
This rule that you dudes be coming with and just be talking. Like, I don't know if you dudes took a hit of the wrong ish or what's going on, but you dudes need to get your thinking cap on right. So, OG Brown Perspective got my name in his mouth because
I want to say this real quick, right? It was a couple. I won't say what hood they was from, but they was from a reputable South Central Crip hood. My big homie, Big Bo, I'm going to just call him Big Bo. Big Bo was fucking with these people, right? They had a cool relationship. Big Bo was really one of the first people that was in the spot. Like, right then, you know, I got introduced through these people, through the homie Rube and Big Bo. That's how I get into the spinning out. You know what I mean? And you know, we in it chilling and all this and all that, right? Then more homies got hip to them. You know, they used to engage in certain illicit pharmaceuticals that come from the streets, right? But every time somebody went over there, it was always some controversy. It was always some bullshit. It was always something. And it was creating division amongst my homies. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Yes, they apartment, you ain't got to go over there. But for some of us that like to get our nose dirty and, you know, do certain things and all that, we go over there. You feel what I'm saying? You could take some little bitches over there. Whoever baby was, she had some bomb-ass cousins that was off the west side of South Central, some little Belizeans, you know, all this and all that. So motherfuckers go over there to kick it. But every time a motherfucker go over there to kick him, and it's some bullshit that was getting the homies, into it. So we made a decision, homie, instead of, we gonna hold the homie accountable. We gonna holler at the homie. But being that the source of the confusion and the conflict is coming from them, we about to go over there and we about to get them up out the hood. It ain't nothing personal. But since y'all been over here interacting with the homies, it's been nothing but confusion and conflict. That's fucking up our daily. That's fucking up the daily operation of the homies. So we got to get you up out of here. Y'all got to pack y'all shit and get up out of here. You can either do it on your own accord, or we can give you some assistance. But y'all got to go. Y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. Y'all being messy. Adam is being messy. So I feel like us as a people, homie, if you ain't got a dog in a fight or you feel a certain type of way, man, just throw your hands up and say, man, that ain't got nothing to do, you know, basically, like, but don't defend a nigga because Adam do a lot of bullshit. Just like when he sat on that motherfucking platform and he asked 607 Unks, oh, what do you think about 4 Extra? He set that shit up. I'm going to play this video for you. Listen, cuz a lot of this shit is a game, but this level of playing is going to get somebody hurt on PJ Watch Crip. Watch this. And I'm going to remind you of something. When Adam 22 created some controversial content and the Soranios went up there 50 to 100 deep to press niggas, the only person that was up there was AD, Compton AD. Adam 22, he upsquatulated. He got on. The next day, he ain't even go when the essays came up there. He create this inflamed situation with motherfucking 4 Extras and 607 Unc, and he get on. He wasn't even there to face the ramifications of his actions. So it's becoming a pattern of what he's doing. But check this out, homie. This is why I think a lot of this shit really be plays, homie. I'm gonna show this to you right here. We'll be back. We'll be back to that one. Let's get on this. Let's see right here. A total different individual in this clip that I'm gonna show you. The energy is way different. And peep what cuz say. Peep what this nigga Lust say. Check this shit out.
No, we just did like one of the craziest pods ever. You feel me? Like dead homies. No, burning out for real. Hold on.
Don't fucking
Let's
start
go take the
tripping
pictures
now.
now. Yeah, exactly. Now we can take the pictures. Let's go take the pictures now, cuz. Yeah. Let's about to do something different. I ain't survived no jumper initiation. We put Unc in the trick bag today. Hey, wow.
Did y'all catch that?
Fuck no jumper, fuck Adam. I'm gonna fuck him in the booty.
Oh shit. And put a carrot afterwards, or what?
Nah, I'm just joking.
No carrots?
4X should have jumped on that.
All right.
That's a reference to 4X, right?
No, we just did like one of the craziest pods ever. You feel me? Like dead homies. No, burning out for real. Hold on.
Don't fucking
Let's
start.
go take the pictures now. Yeah, exactly. Now we can take the pictures. Let's go take the pictures now, cuz. Yeah. Let's about to do something different.
I ain't survived no jumper.
I survived a no jumper initiation.
We put Unc in the trick bag
We
today.
put Unc in the trick bag today.
Fuck no jumper, fuck Adam. I'm gonna fuck him in the booty.
Oh shit.
Watch the carrot reference.
And put a carrot afterwards, or what?
Nah, I'm just joking.
No carrots?
See what I'm saying? This nigga say I survived the no jumper initiation. The Hispanic dude say we put Unc in a cold trick bag today. Then the Hispanic dude goes on to say, after he did what he said he was gonna do to Adam, is he gonna insert a carrot in his rectum? That's an indirect shot at 4Xers. Why you ain't turn up? Why you ain't go crazy? The demeanors, the temperaments is totally different from the shit that we view when we viewed that bullshit that we watch. This shit is crazy, cub. Let's get back into the content. Hold on. Let me load this motherfucker up. Trying to get OG Bam on the phone, man.
Had that Munchie B. Because Munchie B, as he said aloud, somebody to diss Bloods and he didn't do nothing. But
see, this is the thing. You know, Brother Young and Hefe say he doesn't have a dog in a fight. And he didn't want to talk about nor address that situation as it pertains to Brother Munchie B. But continuously, he addresses the situation. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, you either, like, or, like, it ain't no in between. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. But, you know, Brother Ant also came to the defense and the aid of Munchie B, even though Munchie B put it out there that he's a decorated Damu and he don't tolerate this and it's off top if he's ever in this type of situation, and he didn't perform in typical Munchie B fashion. It's not us. It's not the viewers wanting Munchie B to self-destruct. It's Munchie B painting himself as being the type of dude who will self-destruct if he was ever in that type of situation. There it is there. But let's get back into the content.
when his homie from Compton in the house, it's real personal when it comes to Compton, huh? You was real passionate. Oh, my homeboy. Ah! It's about your homeboy. But
I think it's bigger than OG Bam's homeboy. It's the plight and it's the intentions of Adam 22 and how he continuously place brothers against each other, how he pit brothers against each other. So it's big in Compton, it's big in Santana, you know, Beezy, so on and so forth. So I don't agree with that narrative, and I believe that it's a fallacious and misleading narrative. But let's get back into the content.
When Beezy from Santana cussed him, he was ready to take it there.
He was.
That don't have shit to do with Young and Hefe whatsoever.
That situation may not have anything to do with Young and Hefe, but Young and Hefe did come to defend Munchie B when Munchie B didn't participate or didn't act in a fashion that was typical of Munchie B. When Munchie B didn't react in typical Munchie B fashion, Young and Hefe came to his defense. You can't come to his defense, and this is the way that he narrates himself. This is the way that he paint and plaster himself in his YouTube streets. And when a person is accustomed to seeing this type of Damu, and then something happened that's disrespectful to Damu's, and now you want to be a scholar. Now you want to be an empathetic, some sympathetic, understanding individual. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Those, like, it doesn't make any sense, homie. And I'm at a loss for words. I can't even formulate the words to properly describe it. Let's get back into the content.
Y'all mad at Adam. Y'all don't get mad at Apple when the feds go to Apple and tell Apple, hey, subpoena those records. We need that. We got an indictment going on.
It's not a good analogy.
Snitch. Y'all don't go boycott Apple. Y'all go get the new Apple.
That's not a really good analogy. I feel like that analogy is asinine. It's not a good analogy. It's semi-stupid, for lack of better words. No disrespect, brother. But it's a dumbass analogy. It doesn't equate to the situation that you're referencing and talking about.
Apple phone. Man, I could go on and on all day, man, about how you dudes, man, pick and choose about what y'all want to be mad at and what's righteous, man. But I don't want to hold you guys any longer. We about to get into this content, and you already know it's the halfway, the half effect. We gonna commentate.
When you seem like when you give respect to some of these niggas make you lose respect for them. You pull a gun on the CC Rider nigga, and this nigga said he ain't got no problem.
I know. I'm gonna stay away from that. I'm gonna just play it.
What you say? I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. But he said, man, I ain't tripping if you call me blood. You say that shit. Niggas don't trip like that. But here did you pull a strap on my homeboy. But this other nigga call you that shit, nigga. And you stepped his pockets, and the nigga ain't they. I mean, this YouTube shit, because you niggas sell y'all soul for that white boy. That's why I keep putting it out. But 2 times on my live, y'all, I say I want that fade with that white boy Adam. So
OG Bam, Adam 22 is not going to give you that fade. So therefore, you're wasting your breath and wasting your time, you know, in internet space to, you know, call out a fade that you know you're not going to get. He's not going to give you that fade. But what he will do is orchestrate it and formulate it to a point to where you are going to get into it with another content creator. And then somebody's going to be like, well, why you didn't get the fade with you? So we got to be mindful of the words that we use when we use the words that we use when we come here. We got to try to get out of our emotions. And I have been a victim of that before as well. But now I'm trying to be more in control of it. But continue to cook, big homie.
You champion the no jumper, tell Adam Bam, OG Bam want that fade.
It's not going to fight you.
I beat the shit out that white boy. But these dudes like Munchie B now, man, I don't understand brothers that go no jumper, man. That dude is a culture vulture, and the brothers that go on this channel is lesser than black. I don't give a fuck about none of them.
I can't agree with you on that one, big homie, because, well, it all depends if they're doing the buck dance for Adam 22, but not everybody who goes on Adam 22's platform, no jumper, not all brothers who go on there is all bad or no good. It's about the content that they're creating, and it's about the message that they're putting out there to the people. It's about how they're representing themselves as individual. If they're playing into Adam's subterfuge, if they're playing into Adam tactics that get other brothers into it with other brothers, and they accept that, then, you know what I mean, your point may be valid. You may have a legitimate point. You feel what I'm saying? Your point may be legit, but I'm not going to agree and say every brother that went on there, because when the brother G-Face went on there, and that's one of the best. I don't watch a lot of No Jumper, but that was a good ass No Jumper segment that I watched with Cuz from 51st Street Trouble. Shout out to the Trouble, shout out to G-Face, Cuz, shout out to everybody up out of the 50s, man. Let's get back into the content. You know, I call a ball, a strike, man, and I'm trying my best to be unbiased.
And them certain bloods is mad at that nigga because he didn't get on that nigga. He should have whooped that nigga ass.
Well, he is disabled.
That nigga ass. All that nigga do is
pause. I have had a disagreement with Brother Munchie, but I know that Munchie B is incapable of whooping 607's unc's ass unless they're in a confined space and 607 unk is blindfolded. 607 even alluded to that. He said something to where, oh, he would have tried to do this, but he would have to figure out where the rest of them came from or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't really creating these false expectations of Munchie attacking this dude and being victorious, or even being or even pulling off a successful attack on this dude. Munchie's blind, he's disabled, this dude can see. But the thing is, Munchie creates his narrative that is this, that, and third. I think we were disappointed when we didn't see Munchie live up to his own narrative, not necessarily the false expectations that other individuals can put on a person, but Munchie created this certain persona. Munchie created this certain character. Munchie created this narrative of himself. So when he didn't live up to that, I feel like a lot of people was disappointed. But Munchie can't whoop 607 unk unless you make alterations to the environment in the event to where certain things can be in Munchie B's favor, but he can't whoop 607 unk. He disabled. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to have that unrealistic expectation of Munchie. And this is just being honest, homie. You feel what I'm saying? But let's get back into the content.
Get on channels and disrespect black folks, and he know what the fuck he doing. That weird ass dude know what the fuck he doing. He know exactly what he doing. Dumbass shit you coming in here with, man. But yeah, man, hey, watch this. I put it on a couple of headers today. I want Adam for that fade, man. So I'm starting to lose a lot of respect for brothers that go on no jumpers, man. A lot of them, man. I had 4 or 5 niggas tell me today. I had pulled up in somewhere in LA, right? And motherfucker told me, hey, man, we don't even watch that nigga at no more, man. That nigga kind of like, soul to soul fucking with that white boy.
Pause, respectfully. And this is not a shot to young Aunt Hefe. This is not a shot to him. But that's becoming a general thing when this individual's name is mentioned. But this isn't anything that young Aunt Hefe should take offense to, because the brother's still doing numbers. The brother still got all his subscribers. Everything is still, moving forward for the brother. You feel what I'm saying? So this ain't something to get offended by, because maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 people say, you know what? I don't support this platform no more. But you got, hold on. I think Cuz got, hold on. Let's see what Cuz got. And Cuz got, he got 33,000 people that does subscribe to him, that does support, his message and love his content and all that. 30, 40 people coming and saying, you know what, I don't support it no more, I don't subscribe to it, or it ain't my cup of tea. It's cool. It's nothing for the brother young and Hefe to get bent out of shape for, because you're still doing numbers. You're still getting to your bag. You're still securing that moolah. You feel what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing to get bent up out of shape for. You feel what I'm saying? But let's get back into the content.
That's that they do. I said it, that's just get down. I don't get down like that. Fuck that white boy, fuck the brothers that go on that show. Them niggas are sellouts for me.
Not all of them, big homie. Not all of them. It has been some stand-up individuals that have went on no jumper and then do no sucker shit. No bucking, no cooning, no jiving and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it has been some solid brothers on there. So me personally, I wouldn't make that general statement. You know what I mean? Nah, we can't do that, big homie. We got to be more mindful of that. You way more sharper. You feel what I'm saying? And this is your little homie, and I'm not trying to verbally reprimand you or castigate you or none of that. I feel what you're saying, cuz I understand the frustration. It's a movie, cuz it's a cartoon, Angry Birds. One of the birds is like, hey, these motherfucking pigs coming over here to take our resources. They ain't no good, and they're going to be detrimental to what we got going on. They was like, oh, man, you're jealous. Shut up. Get out of here. The pigs are friendly. The pigs are cool. The pigs give us gifts. The pigs are this. And he was like, no, man, the pigs ain't none of that shit. They masquerading. They perpetrating. They ain't this. So I understand your frustration, cuz. Everybody's not going to be able to see and perceive Adam as being who Adam really is, because they're going to be blinded by the opportunity to go on this platform and increase their views, to get a quick bag, and whatever their personal interest is. You feel what I'm saying? But don't let it bend us out of shape to the point to where we're beefing with other righteous, or I don't want to say righteous, but we're beefing with other, where we are beefing with other warriors. Because when it become like that, then his tactics, his subterfuge, his manipulation is effective. But let's get back into the content. Hey, you drinking some of that standing up?
Come on
YouTube.
YouTube,
Some water.
Talking that good power shit, you know, that good positive shit. Then you go on here, nigga, and try to belittle niggas. Because you become on shape of fashion, man. You know what I mean? And everything I speak on is facts. You know, Anthony came on here with a couple of things and said shit and was wrong for saying it, and didn't apologize to the Crip community nor to the Black community.
Damn.
Right? But Anthony think that shit cool because all he care about is what the check say, and I'm cool with what his gonna.
You can't get mad at him for, you know, putting money over morals and integrity. We can't blame Cuz for that. We don't know what responsibilities Cuz may have. His responsibilities and his care and his passion may not be on some pro-black shit like your player partner. You know, Cuz may be, you know what I mean? Shit, I'm a father first. I got to get out here. I got to get this bag to secure, you know, a future for my kids. I can't be upset with him, like, you know, because of that. But I will deal with anybody that's in that type of position in a different fashion. Everybody motives is different. Everybody intentions is different. You feel what I'm saying? But he tells you the type of individual that he is in his content. And when he starts his content, he says Young and Hefe don't care about nothing but what the checks say. So when you see that he's going to put the money over the value of the people and over a certain level of integrity and morals, you can't blame him. You can't even get mad about it. He tells you what it is. It's Young and Hefe. Don't care about nothing. Emphasis on nothing. Don't care about nothing but what the checks say. So we can't get offended by that, homie. All we can make is, you know, all we can make is just certain adjustments on how we either view his content, interact with him, or, you know, accept him if we ever see him in our, you know, different communities and all this and all that. But let's get back into the content.
Damn. Like that time you saying why Compton try to separate themselves from LA. Nigga, ain't nobody trying to separate themselves from LA. Nigga, we know we LA County.
But you know, in reality, cuz Compton is not LA. Realistically, Compton is not LA. You got LA, then you got Compton. You can tell that there's for anybody that's from where we from, you can distinguish a person that's from Compton, a person that's from Watts, and a person that's from, you know, South Central, that's from LA. You can tell them apart. Like, Compton is not LA. So why do Compton want to separate themselves from LA? Because they are separate from LA. They're Compton. You know what I mean? See, he'll have a stronger argument if he say, why Watts dudes, why Watts niggas want to separate themselves from LA. You know what I mean? You have a stronger argument because Watts is LA technically. We don't push LA. You know what I mean? We take pride in being from that mighty W, like, and all this and all that, like, you feel me? But yeah, him making that claim and making that statement, it was crazy. You feel what I'm saying? But let's get back into the content. Shout out to all my niggas from South Central and Compton, cuz on crap.
Then he said, oh, Tookie brought Crip in the Compton. I don't know where the fuck he got that from.
No,
then he said the rise and fall is Tookie on smoking water. Stop doing that shit, man.
Yeah, that was some disrespectful shit. Yeah, I don't think he was qualified or in a position to even address that type of situation because he don't know about how Tookie was set up. Those unalivings that Tookie went and had to pay the piper for, Tookie ain't do that. Did you know that they used to use tranquilizer on Tookie when he was going to court? He was under the influence. Couldn't comprehend or understand anything that was going on in that courtroom. Did you know that the individual who lied on Tookie had did so under coercion and intimidation of the police? So it's so many different elements that goes into that, and we shouldn't even address or talk about that if you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Lil Tookie is from Imperial Course housing projects. How you think his son may feel, niggas? And I know a person may say, "Oh, I don't give a fuck. It's whoopty whoop whoop." But why create controversial content and create potential problems when us as black men should hold ourselves accountable and we don't have to create problems where none exist? How you think this man son feel with you coming on here talking about he was a waterhead or he did something off of water? No, they understood the influence and the power that Tookie had, and they had to get him off the streets. In the same fashion as what's the brother name? Larry Davis, what Jeff Ford, Larry Davis, Jeff Ford, and those other brothers, other political prisoners that was coming up out of our communities in the 60s and 70s. So we shouldn't speak on things that we're not fully informed on. Have you ever talked to Tookie and Tookie told you like, yeah, homie, I was operating off the, the influence of that water and I fucked up? We shouldn't make blind assumptions, cuz, especially as it pertains Larry Hoover, Jeff Ford, and what's the other brother name? I think King David or something like that. The brothers out there in Chicago. But keeping it pushing and moving along. Let's get back into the content. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, most definitely free Larry Hoover. Mo's TV, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on. Shorty McGriff, thank you for helping me with that name, Kim folks, man. It's much appreciated.
So this seemed like this is about Adam 22. This man passionately hates Adam 22 and want to fight with Adam 22. Adam 22, set the fade up. He want to fight you. 50,000 celebrity boxing match. He want to fight you. He said he'd knock you out. Hopefully Adam get the message for him. Hopefully somebody sent Adam this message. Now, aside for that, let me tell you something, Bam. Man, I don't give a fuck about what nigga pulled up on you and told you they don't watch my channel no more, nigga. I don't care about none of that. Nigga, I don't care about none of these fake street niggas out here, bro. I'm outside every day, nigga. I'm not high, nigga. I go to functions, nigga. I'm everywhere, nigga. I go out to eat, nigga. I'm everywhere, bro. What are you talking about? I do not care about no nigga that's probably not handling business. Come out, oh, I don't watch that Hefe no more because he on Adam 22. What do I care about that? That's supposed to make me lose some type of sleep?
Pause. I don't think that whatever brothers that unsubscribed or don't watch your content anymore, I don't think they're doing so because you're on Adam 22. I don't believe that, and I don't agree with that. Hold on, let me see if I can make some quick changes. Let me see. All right, boom. Let's see if that worked. Let's see if that worked. Let's see if that worked right there. You feel me? Hey, no, but I don't think that brothers don't watch your content no more, or don't subscribe or unsubscribe or whatnot because you went on Adam 22. No, I don't think that. I think sometimes the message, respectfully, right? I think sometimes the message can be convoluted or the message can be rooted in confusion. I think the message can sometimes be watered down, or the message sometimes can be misleading and fictitious. And that's why some people unsubscribe. But this is the thing, man. You got 33,000 subscribers. Don't let that get you bent up out of shape to where you on the screen looking like this. Hold on. Let me blow this up. No, it ain't worth it. Because at the end of the day, Kim folks, you still getting to your bag. You still doing your thing. You still got a decent following. Everything ain't worth giving a certain level of energy to it. You too over that. So what if 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 niggas unsubscribed and they vocalize that like, oh, I don't watch his content no more? You supposed to go back to what you were saying. This young and Hefe, I don't care about nothing but what the checks say. You're getting too bent up out of shape, man. Get out your emos, Brody. Here we go. Let's get back into the content.
Man, I don't care. I don't even know them dudes, man. What are you talking about? How I sold my soul. Speak on a fact. Bring a fact on your channel besides running your mouth. Talking about, oh, yeah, when I'm speaking on facts, all them dudes that want to know jumper, make lesser than blacks. All right, I feel like you lesser than black because you smoke crack. It is what it is, bro.
Why persecute the OG? Whether he smoke crack or whatever is his choice drug. You may smoke weed. I may sip some, you know what I mean? Some of that expensive shit every now and then. We all got our own vices. We all dealing with trauma. We all done been in these streets thugging and allegedly thugging and doing what it is that we do in these streets. We all need some form of healing. So if he smoke crack, and I don't know if he do or he don't, you feel what I'm saying? But why try to, you know what I mean, humiliate the brother on that? Like, because of minor disagreement, because he vocalized that it is some brothers out there that don't support or don't subscribe to your belief system or follow your content anymore. Like, that's not a situation to get bent up out of shape for. So the question is, what's really going on? What really got you this amped up and amplified to where you're giving off this type of energy and to where you're persecuting this dude now? You smoke crack. Woo. Shit, I used to smoke powder. I used to smoke weed. I ain't never smoked crack and other things I ain't never did. But shit, as a teenager, I didn't even took a bump of that motherfucking crystal meth. I ain't like it. Ain't did it since I was what, 14, 15, did it one time. Called the homie that was on powder, my Mexican partner, blessed me with something. I'm like, man, check it out, cuz. We going to honor side. We on 113. I'm like, man, I got some of that powder. Nigga, I got some of that furl, you heard me? Like, nigga, you ain't got no powder, nigga, you get down. Like, hell yeah, nigga, I been getting down like I'm a big dog. Nigga, I ain't got no powder, this meth. So the homie, you know what I mean? He get it and, he pull out a key and, he like, here, nigga, I get the key and, ooh, this shit burned. The fuck is, oh, yeah. And then he get down. He like, oh, hell no, cut. And this my big homie, big ass nigga. You feel me? I ain't gonna put his name out there just to respect his family and his legacy and all this and all that. He was like, cuz, what the fuck is this? Nigga, powder don't supposed to burn. Nigga, woo. Man, I told him, like, listen, cuz, I was trying to be a big dog. I told my Mexican partner, woo, and this is what he gave me. He was like, nigga, this, what he say, crank? Nigga, this crank, this woo. I'm like, all right, let me get it. And I'm going to take it and give it back to him. Oh, no, I'm going to keep it, though. But, yeah, nigga, this woo. But the feeling that it made me feel like, man, I ain't like that shit, man. I'm up all night doing push-ups and, man, I can't sleep. And I'm walking around. I'm pacing. I got all this motherfucking energy, man. I'm ready to go to sleep. But, that's just a little bit about my background. I like being transparent. But we can't try to humiliate our people for whatever substance or whatever their drugs or choices. That's his thing. That may be what keep him focused and keep him sane to where he can get up every morning, go out and earn a living to support his family. If that's your thing, nigga, that's your thing. But don't let your thing become a thing that's rooted in your destruction. Let's get into the content, cuz.
What are you talking about, bro? How you gonna say somebody lesser of a man, bro, because they own no jumper? You mad?
Respectfully, Bam can't call any brother less than a man because they go on no jumper. You can't do that, big homie. Respectfully, cuz you my big homie and I love you.
Because somebody's on no jumper, bro. I don't care, bro. It's people that got problems with you about things that you do, bro. I do not care about none of that, bro. What you eat, don't.
I personally believe that Young and Hefe care because the emotional output is too deep. You know what I mean? It's too much emotions that's coming from them as it pertains to this topic. You feel what I'm saying? So I believe that somewhere, somehow the brother cared, because if the brother didn't care, then the brother wouldn't feel the need to address something that he doesn't care about. So at some point or somewhere he cared. But let's get into the content.
Don't make me shit, bro. And what I eat don't make you shit, bro. And I don't care, bro. You talking about, oh, I'm losing respect, bro. Look, I don't care for no dude to talk about they ain't lost no respect for me. Lose all the respect. If anybody disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect back. It's just as simple as that. So as long as you understand that, or anybody understand that, bro, we square, bro. We don't got to talk. We don't got to be friends. We don't got to get on the phone with nobody. We ain't got to have no side conversations, because I see this is a new thing. Niggas get mad and like to come to social media and try to point shit out when niggas got niggas numbers that can call people potentially, and people know people, but it's all now because I'm on no jumper. I sold my soul. You mad at Munchie B and how Munchie B reacted and you throwing Aunt Hefe in there because I said that this dude is a character, which he is a character.
Pause. Young and Hefe, you did attempt to come to the defense of Munchie B. You did try to come and defend him. And I even made content about it, you know, didn't disrespect nobody, you feel what I'm saying? But if you feel like it was absolutely necessary for you to come to the aid and defense of Munchie B, you should have defended Munchie B in that setting where the offense had transpired at as soon as it transpired. And you didn't have to be aggressive about it. You ain't have to trip or, you know, politic or nothing like this. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You could have said, hey, hold on, 607, bro. You know, this is my player partner, man. He a dumb move, man. Let's be mindful of the verbiage that we use while we in here, you know, doing this record, man. But, you know, this is my partner, homie. He a blood, man. You know, watch the word, homie. We ain't politicking like that, big dog. And as simple as that. But from the content that I watched, it was none of that. You feel what I'm saying? And he came to the internet and he did what he's accusing other individuals of doing. So let's get back into the content, cuz. Hold on, I got a question from one of my kin folks. Put me in the movie. That's what my cuzzo said. Hold on. Cuzzo, I got you. I got a part for you. On Eastside PJ Watch Crip. Inbox me your email address. I'm gonna send you the part of the script that I got, and if you want to play the character named Chevy, it'll be an honor for you to come on board and commit to playing a character named Chevy. You feel what I'm saying? If you feel like you can bring that to life, then I love to, you know, to put you in a film. You know, we about to try to shoot something this summer, so you know what I mean. Most definitely. I'll be in contact with you, cuz. Love you, and I appreciate you supporting the channel, supporting the platform, cuz. Much love, because let's get back into the content. That's my cousin, cuz.
And I still stand on that. And he got in character, and Munchie B was playing with him, and that was the result of Munchie B playing with him, bro.
Fact.
But you
That's
mad
all I
about
said.
this Compton situation. Now you coming out talking about, oh yeah, he had said stuff in the past, talking about Compton is LA. Oh, we know Compton is LA. Bro, didn't we already have a conversation about that and get past that? Didn't I see you in person at the thing that Cav Mack and the homies put together? And you told me, oh man, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I really don't watch your content. Back then, bro, I could take it like you was hating. I really don't watch your content.
That's not hating, though. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't been around individuals that told me I don't really fuck with your content. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You smart and all that, but I don't really fuck. I had a family member say, nah, I don't really watch your content, Heedy. I be looking for more of that shit that I can understand. You be on there using big words and you be talking about pro-blackness. Shit, I'm gangbanging right now, cuz. But I do watch Munchie B, and I do watch Whack 100. Oh, man, yeah, that nigga Whack 100. And you feel what I'm saying? Like, get offended by that. That don't mean that cuz hate. He's entitled to his opinion. If cuz don't fuck with the content, he don't fuck with the content, and you can't equate that to him hating back then. Everybody content doesn't speak to everybody. I got my selective people that comes and watch my content and fuck with me, and everybody got their people. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, what you do on your platform may not fly on mine, and vice versa. Like, you feel me? But for a person to express in your face, not on the internet, but for a person to express in your face that they don't watch your content, you know what I mean? We can't make it seem like that person was hating. You feel what I'm saying? I'm about to read 5 comments and we're going to get back into the content. That's being brutally honest. Yeah, brutally honest, rigorously honest. You feel what I'm saying? Hoover Snipe, FNH. What's the dinner nail, OG? His ego is too big before this internet shit, but he was talking about beating up rolling 100 niggas 2 days in a row, and then the next day, Lil Tiki from Faux Trade got hit in his hood the next day. Damn, that's heavy, homie. That's heavy. Frank Nitty say, man jumped on my live to get on. Frank Nitty says, salute. Veil Dog say, this why I subscribe to Bobby Ye. He be spitting real facts. I appreciate y'all, homie. Somebody got to have a certain level of accountability and progressive thinking to say, man, we got to put our childish ways aside, homie. And we got to figure this shit out. We all can be millionaires if we just support each other. You don't believe it? Look at the Hispanics. Certain issues in regards to poverty in these destitute communities that we face, they don't face that shit. When you look at individuals going to go get, I'm not going to even say that. I don't want to seem bias or racist, or I don't want to say that, but you know what I mean? Like, come on, we got some. It's a brother that's on social media that been to prison. You know what I mean? He go around everybody hood and he be like, yeah, man, right here in the Swans, they got this house. Right here in the 6Os, they got this field and it's close to a church. It may belong to the church. So what I would suggest, right here in the Anthers Parks, they got this. And right here over here by the Jordan Downs, right here on Wooty Whoop and Wooty Whoop, they got this house and you can get this for, how about we put some money together? Especially a lot of those brothers out there that was in juvenile hall that the city is about to give all that money to next year. Well, in increments is what I was informed. In increments, individuals can really put some money together and go purchase the Broadway swap meet. Let's have a conversation, homie. Let's see how everybody feel. If we purchase this swap meet, would you all buy into the plan? Can we get the A7 Gangsta Crips to not, be on some territorial shit and say, oh, the Hoovers can't come over here, or the Avalons, or these dudes can't come over here? We know where we at. It's respect. But what we are putting down is a prototype of something that we can go and we can replicate all around the nation, homie, starting these hip-hop swap meets. Why are we going to go spend all our money with the Slauson? I know a dude from out of Main Street. I don't know if he want to be named, but he got some good quality goods. He got Jordans. He got designer clothes. Homie, we need you to come get a booth. We got the homegirl to do hair, lashes, fingernails. Man, we need y'all to come in here, get a booth. We ain't gonna bust you over the head with the rental fee, but we need all of our people all together up under one place, homie, the hip hop swap meet. Come and get a piece. When everybody, listen, homie, when I was traveling out of state doing keynote speaking, motivational speaking, going into juvenile halls and, giving back to the youth and all that, like, right? You had a lot of dudes that ask me, you been to the Slauson swap meet? You been to the Slauson Super Mall? Oh, man, is it like this? Is it like that? We can own something that blow that out of the water. To where now we hiring our own security. We got to listen, Vel Dog, listen, Haiti, man, we got all this traffic coming in and out, my nigga. Listen, how about I put up 150,000 and you and your homies put up 150,000? We go get this LLC. We name it this, and now we start the security company. Oh man, that's a good idea. Hell yeah, let's get on that. So now we got a security company. So now we are also getting the contracts with these 7-Elevens that they putting everywhere in LA. Individuals under the influence of individuals who are, crippled by poverty, they going into the 7-Elevens and they doing everything. No, hold on, kid, folks. And we compassionate, we understand it. Listen, big homie, you don't supposed to be going in there taking a coffee, nigga. Listen, hold on, stay right here. I'm about to go in here and I'm gonna get you a large coffee. I'm gonna do this for you today. And I can't do it every day, but I'm gonna do it for you today. But you can't be coming here doing this, man. I got a post, man. If I let you come and do this, man, you know what I mean? They gonna fire me. You want me to get fired, nigga? Then who gonna get you free coffee without you going to jail or the police tripping? That's how we interact with one another. That's why we need our security companies to start getting these contracts around the city, homie. That's why we need our own Slauson Super Mall. You know what I mean? But let's get back into the content, man. Forgive me. I feel like I kind of digressed into something else. But it's all realism. You feel me?
Yeah, but bro, I mess with your music. You got some good music. So you been not watching the content as you had said, you know what I'm saying? But
why are you so offended?
Was I mad at you? Did I spin off on you? No, I sat there and had a conversation with you, smiled with you, you know what I'm saying? Chopped it up, little chuckles here and there. But I guess all that shit was fake. Niggas be faking in person. But man, let me say this, and I'm gonna go out on here, bro. Look, check this out. You definitely can't tell me, bro, what the hell to say about Tookie, bro. Tookie is out my area, bro, off the west side of 69. West Side Crips out the 8-Trey gangster area.
But in the grand scheme of things, that's irrelevant. Tookie wasn't from 8-Trey. I feel like I got more of a right, and this ain't a battle of who can talk about Tookie and who can't talk about Tookie and all this and all that. And I'm just speaking on this because Tookie's son, Lil Tookie, is from PJs. Lil Tookie is from PJs. So I'm not Lil Tookie, you know what I mean? But I don't think that the homie will have a problem with me coming on here and saying, what I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting the big homie and I'm not being derogatory or none of that. I'm just saying, like, we can't make it a battle of who can talk on Tookie? Who got rights to talk on Tookie? Well, he was in Compton. He worked at the boys' home, but he grew up in my hood. That shit is irrelevant. That's kid shit. That's asinine, frivolous, foolish shit. And that's what we gonna like. Come on, cuz. Like we gotta do better. Like respectfully.
Area, bro. You can't tell me nothing to say about somebody out my area. Ain't none of my G homies from my hood came out and said nothing like, hey, bro, you said something wrong, bro. I did.
The brother is becoming too emotional. Why you so upset? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, why that much anger and hostility as you know, I don't want to say explain, but as you voice your opinion, which you have a right to do, but why so much aggression? You know what I mean? I know sometimes when I talk, but it's passion. I talk with a lot of passion because I love y'all on PJ Crib. Listen, homie, it ain't no content creator, ain't no other content creator in this genre, in this algorithm, this LA content creator algorithm that love y'all as much as I love y'all. Nigga, this shit is real. This shit ain't for pretend. This shit ain't for play, nigga. This shit is real. But I had to get to a point where I love myself. I had to love my blackness. I had to love me and be like, cuz I'm the shit. But I'm the shit because I stand apart because I'm black. Look at my rhythm. Look at the way that I articulate. Look at the way that I gesticulate when I talk, and I be popping what I be what I be popping about. Like, my black is beautiful. And if I embrace and I accept my black and my black is beautiful, and you're a reflection of me as I am a reflection of you, I want for my brother what I want for myself. Nigga, if I love myself, I love you. In order for me to better understand people, mental health disorder, I have to embrace, accept, and start working on mine, better understanding mine. Let's get back into the content. I really love y'all on PJ. If ain't nobody told you that today that they love you, nigga, on PJ, I love you. Especially if you righteous, especially if you're a father and you in that household doing for them babies and you doing your part to have a positive contribution to your family and the community. Oh, hell yeah, I love you. On the reels. Let's get back into the content.
Get a reaction to something that was already out there, bro, and gave my opinion, bro. And just because I titled it The Rise and Fall and was talking about him smoking sherm, that's true. He was smoking sherm. Everybody know that. What are you mad at, dude? What are you mad at? It seemed like you real mad, dude. But I ain't about to play these games with you. And it's the only time I'm going to respond. But like I said, I don't care about no respect from no dude out here. Dude disrespect me, I'm going to get disrespectful. That's just is what it is, man. Eye for an eye, man. And like, man, for the good people, man, y'all already know, man. I be seeing a lot of these.
This brother is infuriated. This brother is hot. But everybody's different. You feel what I'm saying? What makes me go may not make him go, and vice versa. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But I don't think that it's a situation to get this vexed and irritated and frustrated about. It's something that brothers can work out. This can be worked out. It's no real legitimate need for that level of output. But I can't tell a person how to express. You feel what I'm saying? I'm Bobby Ye, he's he, and that brother is that brother. You feel what I'm saying? But let's get back into the content. I think this is him about to conclude. But I ain't never seen this brother get on here to where he's semi-foaming at the mouth and he got spit sticking from the bottom of his mouth to the top of his mouth and he spitting. And I ain't never seen this brother like this. Usually, the health effect, you know what I mean? Usually, Hefe, he be composed, in control, and semi eloquent. You feel what I'm saying? Not elegant, but eloquent. You feel what I'm saying? So this is a whole different side that I'm saying to this brother. Like, you feel me? Got me kind of like, scratching my head. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Compose yourself, soldier. Everything gonna be all right, cuz it ain't nothing too major to where we can't work through it and figure this shit out on the running hills. But let's get back into the content. And we all need to respect each other, homie. We respect each other in prison. Why we can't bring that element and that component to the streets and give each other mutual respect? Let's get into the content.
Bozos be trying to come out here talking about, oh yeah, you see, he be saying he don't care about nothing but what the checks say. Man, to any poet and any dude that rhyme, man, that's just the saying that go with the rhyme, man. Something that came off the top of the head, bro. But these dudes are just literally stuck in their mind with this, man. But we gonna conclude this there, man.
I don't agree with that because, just because it rhymed doesn't mean that it should be something that becomes your mantra, that you introduce yourself with and that you use to slightly define your persona in these internet streets. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the brother prerogative. But words have power. If you say I am young and hefe and I don't care about nothing but what the check say, what if a person said that's young and hefe and he's borderline? Would you then say, oh man, it's just rhyme and that don't mean nothing, it's just rhymes? Like, no, you feel what I'm saying? Like, like let's dissect it and let's really talk about it. That's all I'm saying. If a person say, oh, that's young and hefe and he's borderline, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want the brother to think that I'm disrespecting him. But words have powers. If you say I'm young and hefe and I don't care about nothing but what the check say, it's some legitimacy to that. Because if it wasn't any legitimacy to that, or it wasn't some form of a proper representation of who you are, how you think, or how you feel, you wouldn't say it. Because you didn't say I'm young and hefe and I like to be in concert with the people that's, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so let's get back into the content. You know, people respond differently when they feel like they're under fire or they're under attack. You know, say the measures of a man is judged or viewed not in situations of contentment when that person is content, but through trials, challenges, and opposition. But let's get back into the content, man.
Your boy Young and Hefe don't care about number what the check say.
That's right.
Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing. Then press that button, and if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail.
That's right.
Gate, I ain't social media built, and I vouch for my motherfucking self. True street nigga, good in every hood, a little book, smart, extensive vocabulary capacity, and a lot of common sense. 5% fuck nigga, 95% solid nigga. Therefore, if you claiming you 100, you's a goddamn lie. Why? Because I'm the realest nigga I know.
The fuck out of here. But yeah, man, that's a conclusion to the situation that's going on with brother Young and Hefe and brother OG Bam. What I say to both of you brothers, man, I pray that y'all find a realistic way of resolving this because it's dumb shit. And at the root of it is who? Adam 22. Adam 22 pissed off the Mexican community. They went up there 50 to 100 deep. He wasn't there. Adam 22 provoked and instigated, incited a situation between 607 Unc and Faux Extra. And what he do? He got on. He wasn't there. So it's becoming a pattern of shit that Adam 22 do to keep us in the space that we in right now. So we got to hold him accountable to an effect. If somebody hit the yard and they was creating division in a car, right? They creating division. They ain't really did too much of nothing that bad. But being that they are fucking up and they are hindering the organization, the movement from protecting itself and carrying out its intentions, we got to get you up out of here, homie. You creating division in our program. You fucking up the program, and you may not be all the way wrong, but you got to go. Because before we allow you to create further division and get us in a point to where we don't have no usalama safety and security, you are the threat. We got to neutralize you. We may not put these on you, and we may not put these in you, but you got to go. And that's just ills what it is. Like, why support Adam 22 and his platform we can divide when we can develop our own? See, a lot of us adhere to that white savior complex that a lot of Caucasians have. Blacks cannot thrive without the assistance or the meddling or the compassion and the philanthropy of Caucasians. We can build up a platform like they did, like Adam 22 did. You don't believe it? Look at Gilly the Kid and his cousin, motherfucking $1 million worth of game. We can do it. It's just a lot of y'all a lot of you all aren't willing to sacrifice. A lot of you all aren't willing to share the limelight. A lot of you all aren't willing to smite your ego in order for us to establish something and build something that's greater than all of us as individuals, baby. That's all I'm saying. I would sincerely hope that nobody gets offended by this broadcast and nobody gets offended by this live and nobody takes offense to my content and my perspective. You feel what I'm saying? But it should play upon it, man. It's Bobby WAJ, man. I'm about to get up off this thing, man. I appreciate y'all. Now I'm gonna read some comments. I love y'all, cuz on my mama. Fuck you, mean? Like, I love y'all. We need to figure this shit out, though. Them big dogs from all the respective sets, homie. We gotta put these puppies in place. What is it gonna take for us to come have a conversation off camera? We don't need to publicize this. Have a conversation off camera. You know what I mean? Everybody feel each other out. Then the next time, man, we go break some bread. Let's go out here by the pier, man. I know a cooler spot, man. Let's go get some tacos. Or let's go get some, some of these bomb steaks. I like mine's medium well. But let's go. Now, I don't even eat beef no more. Word is bond. Like, but let's go get some steaks. Let's go just break bread and be in good concert of forward-thinking, reputable individuals. And let's talk about how we going to change the dynamics. When you go back to your setting, you talk to your youngins, your little homies. The next time we come and do it, you grab one of your little homies, I grab one of my little homies, and then everybody grab a little homie and let's go bowling. Oh, that worked. That was successful. The little homie gonna go back and tell the other little homies how he had a good time. So you tell that little homie, invite another little homie, cuz, but it ain't no bullshit. We ain't going to set tripping. We ain't going there, talking hostile or none of this or none of that, man. Come to this meeting, sit down, and when it is your opportunity, voice your opinion, but do so in a respectful fashion. What is your opinion on the beef? Do you see the beef stopping? But everything is respectful. Do you see the beef stopping? If you do see the beef stopping, what do you think needs to transpire to get us to that point to where we can stop the beef? If you don't see the beef stopping, why do you think the beef will never end? And a lot of these youngsters can't supply you with a reason why they think the beef should go on, other than the fact of, man, they killed the homie, wooty woo woo. Casualties of war. And I don't mean to sound callous when I say this, but it's a casualty of war. Every nation, every tribe that has went to war has lost in some shape, form, or fashion. It's a casualty of war. So we're gonna prevent you from being the next casualty. Shit, nigga, you pushing 30. You got a baby that within the next 3 to 4 years, he's gonna start looking like a young adult, and he can be the next casualty. That's all I'm saying. Like, when we gonna come together and put together a plan off of the internet? That's all I'm saying. When we gonna be proactive? All these reputable dudes that got relationships with other reputable dudes. Why these suckers is sending these youngsters to go get 100 years, or sending these youngsters to go get in a body bag? Because that's basically what it is. The conversation may not sound like this. Hey, little homie, listen, I want you to go over there. I want you to do this and go get ready to get in a body bag, my nigga. Yeah, go over there, man. Them niggas. Man, go get your body bag. They got a body bag waiting on you, man. Go do that, man. Yeah, man. Them dudes suckers. They punks. They did this and they did that. Little homie, go get your body bag, man. They got a body bag waiting over there for you. The coroner's gonna come right before rigor mortis set in. Everybody gonna be out there looking at you. You're gonna be like a celebrity. Go get your body bag, my nigga. Go make yourself famous. And guess what? We all gonna get your name painted on we gonna get your name plastered on t-shirts. We gonna put on a hood color. We gonna come there. A lot of people's gonna fake cry. Some niggas gonna come because it's a place where you can be seen. Some niggas gonna treat it like a fashion show. They gonna go get a Gucci outfit. Everybody gonna try to outdress one another, but your mama, oh man, she ain't gonna heal from the pain that you about to inflict on her. But go get your body back, my nigga. We gonna come to your funeral, cuz. Your mama ain't got insurance though, my nigga, but we gonna do a GoFundMe. We gonna sell some cakes and pies and hot dogs right there in the hood. You know where we be smoking and drinking at. We gonna sell it right there. Go get your body back, my young nigga. Young nigga, go over there and get unalive. The conversation don't sound like that, but the results do, right? Right or wrong, cuz. When we tell these youngsters, man, they can go get cracking, whoop and all that. It's essentially saying the same thing without saying exactly what I just said, but the results is exactly what I just said, cuz. Nigga, these niggas is babies. How long we gonna condemn these babies to this path of destruction? Oh, you want me to give it to you in a different fashion? Hey, look, check this out, my little nigga. You a little rider. That's right, cuz. That's right, blood. You bracking. You cracking. Listen, homie. Go over there and go catch you one. I caught mines. You go catch you one. It's for the set. The homie's gonna respect you. But guess what? It's the part they don't tell you. They got 100 years for you. You're gonna go in there, you know what's one of the first things, what's one of the first things you're gonna lose, cuz I'm gonna tell you, my nigga. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna lose in that motherfucker. Listen to me, look at me, little homie. Look at me in my eyes, cuz. Look at me, my nigga. Look, listen, cuz. Check game. The first thing that you're gonna lose is your bitch. She gonna be gone. She young. She don't understand what the real components and what loyalty is and devotion. And she like to get hit. She like to fuck. That's what attracted you to her. She like to fuck. She gonna be gone. By another 9 times out of 10, another little nigga in the hood that dress fly, getting paper, your bitch gonna be gone. You know who gonna be the most affected? Look, check this out, my little nigga. I'm gonna tell you who gonna be in a chronic state of distraught. Them babies you got, my nigga. Oh yeah, separation anxiety is real. It's gonna fuck your kids up, and it's gonna drive them to the streets to come and get guidance from a incompetent, degenerate motherfucker like me. Like I'm misleading you. Oh yeah, in a few more years, nigga, I'm gonna be misleading your babies too, nigga. But go, yeah, nigga, go catch you a hack. Go over there. Get up, man. Don't do it out the car. Get up close, little homie. Get up close. And if you can, make sure you scream out the hood so they can get you a gang enhancement. Yeah. They're gonna get you a gang enhancement. Yeah, nigga, if you do it right. And you know what? When you in there, it's a possibility you lose your mama. Niggas' mamas is getting old. The human life expectancy has been decreased. They saying that the average human is gonna live to be 70. Nigga, when I was 35, that's saying that I'm halfway there. The fuck a nigga mean? Nigga, your mama gonna be gone. You know who gonna give you the most non-support? Nigga, the homies. Niggas like me that's telling you go do this crazy shit. Nigga, I ain't gonna write you. I ain't gonna put no money in your books, my nigga. I just want you to fuck up your life because mom's fucked up. I don't know no better. They ain't teach me. This was my rites of passage. Go on and go get that 180 years that they gonna give you because of the gang enhancements and all this other shit that they gonna tack onto your sentence. Nigga, it ain't the Mexicans that you gotta worry about fighting. It ain't the hub and dub, nigga. It ain't the gangster card. It ain't the neighborhoods that in the Northern Cali Crips, the Pyrus, the Bloods. It ain't the white boys and the police that you got to worry about fighting. You know what's gonna be your biggest fight on Eastside PJ Watch Crip, nigga? If I could tell you some real shit, your biggest fight is gonna be fighting for your sanity. I been there, my nigga. The longer I was in that cell, the smaller and the smaller and the smaller it seemed like that motherfucker got. So now I'm fighting myself to maintain what little sanity a nigga had on PJ Crip. It's real, my nigga. One of my little homies he died in that motherfucker. You'll never see the streets again. You know how much time they gave Cub? They gave Cub double life. He'll never see the streets. He died. I won't go into details and all that, but he'll never see the streets again, my nigga. For a lot of niggas, one of my partners, I ain't gonna say his name, just want to respect niggas' families and shit, but cuz say I can't do it no more, cuz. So let me take this. I'm gone, my niggas. I love y'all, but I can't do it. How you know you're gonna be able to survive it unless you put it into a situation and you can't do nothing but survive it, my nigga? And a lot of those niggas that went in there, homie, if they didn't find an outlet, now they let them take college courses and all that. If they didn't find an outlet, a lot of people gravitate towards religion. A lot of people gravitate towards homosexuality. A lot of people gravitate towards drinking. A lot of people gravitate towards different people's gravitate towards their own individual vices to help them maintain what little sanity that they have inside of there. And it's been statistically proven, it's been scientifically proven that it's cruel and unusual punishment the way that they house prisoners here in America, homie. And you about to condemn yourself to that for a stupid ass nigga to, yeah, cub, nigga, when I was, shit, cub, man, cub, when me and the homie was in there, cub, it was cracking. Nigga, why would you want to feed that type of misinformation to the little homie? Because when your stupid ass was in there, all you wanted to do was get back out here to this old tramp ass, nothing ass bitch that's bossing niggas down and giving niggas bomb pussy. You in there ready to pull your hair out. You in there going crazy, but you found out if I work out, I can produce certain chemicals that makes the cortisone decrease. But you come out here and you want to glorify this shit as if it's a proper rites of passage for these babies, nigga. It ain't. Nigga, when we gonna start telling these babies the truth, nigga? Prison is bullshit. Nigga, I ain't never had a fun moment in prison, nigga. That shit is anguish, nigga. Nigga, to be deprived of being a man, I can't even take care of my responsibilities in that motherfucker. If somebody hurt my kid, hurt my mama, hurt my family, I can't do nothing but hope that the homies put in work for a nigga. Nigga, I lost 2 sisters in that motherfucker, nigga. Nigga, both of my sisters was killed when I was in prison, nigga. PJ Crip, nigga. Nigga couldn't even go to the funeral, nigga. My big sister, nigga, they put me in shackles and chains in an orange jumpsuit and they took me. Nigga, I couldn't even see my nigga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Come on, Mr. Jones, we gotta go. Nigga, my big sister in this motherfucking box, nigga. Nigga, I ain't seen my big sister in years, nigga. And all I get with her is less than 20 seconds. Man, this shit is real, cuz. And niggas need to wake the fuck up, nigga. A lot of times, nigga, they ain't gonna get no realer than this, nigga. This is real shit, nigga. This is reality for your ass. You want to be out there packing pistol, nigga, and let a motherfucker mislead you to go do something to your ally, nigga. Them niggas is our allies. If they weren't our allies, we wouldn't be partnershiping and connecting with them in prison, nigga. It'd be up, gang, gang, gang. PJ Crip. This ain't the reality they give you, my nigga. Nigga, that bitch. You think she love you. Nigga, she love you right now because you present. She validate herself through a man. So when you out of the picture, nigga, she feel invalid. So what you think she gonna do, nigga? She gonna open the motherfucking legs like this and let the next nigga come and dig it out just so she can say, I got a man. She don't love you, nigga. You know who do love you? The motherfucking kids that you done laid down with these women or with that woman and had, nigga. You owe obligation to them kids. And the obligation ain't putting the set before your kids, nigga. And a lot of niggas go out ass backwards over some shit like that. But we come on this YouTube space, nigga, and we create these false narratives of being gangster and this, that, and third, nigga. That shit don't account for nothing, nigga. All I got from the streets is nigga being popped, nigga. All I got from the streets is PTSD, nigga. All I got from the streets is hardships, challenges, and just being fucked up. PJ Crip, nigga. That's all I got from the streets. An extensive prison record, nigga. You tell me what you got from the streets of being allegedly a thorough gangster, nigga. Nigga, and a lot of us, homie, that go through this fake ass rites of passage and fight niggas for the sake of the hood and prison and putting on for the hood and, you know what I mean, getting additional time and doing other shit, you know, allegedly for the hood, right? Nigga, you go do that time, nigga, you come home, nigga, the homies don't fuck with you like how they used to fuck with you, nigga. They done made new friends with these basketball playing ass niggas. They done made new friends with the niggas that used to be the players. They done made new friends with the niggas that was cuddled by their parents. These they friends. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, you've been gone too long. We don't gangbang like that no more. Nigga, we snow Potter, we party, and we be trying to fuck with bitches. We ain't on that. Yeah, hell no, my nigga, man, you crazy. It makes sense to me. So I'm gonna be the Jesus Christ in my hood and come out here and I'm trying to perpetuate a way of living that's obsolete. Fuck that, nigga. Let me have me some kids. Nigga, I like to fuck bitches. I like to, you know what I mean? Let me have me some kids and see what that's about. Let me bring something in this world that I can love unconditionally. Let me bring something in this world that's gonna love me unconditionally. Let me bring something in this world of substance. Cause I don't know what the fuck love is. This little bunk ass bitch. I don't love this bitch. She cool to be around and chill and, you know what I mean, do certain shit with, but I don't love this bitch. This bitch don't even know what love is because her mother never showed her what love is and her father was absent from her life, so she don't know what love is. She's loving the streets and the streets can never love you back. So you can never really love me, and I'm not going to be a gang goofy ass nigga say she love me, she'll do anything for me. What you think she did to the nigga for the nigga before you? Nigga, that ain't your bitch, it's just your turn. And I'm not saying this about all sisters because it is some righteous ass sisters out there that's gonna love your stinking draws. But the ones that love our stinking draws, what we do to them, nigga, we underappreciate them. Oh, what the fuck is this? What's going on? Like, I ain't never felt this. Was she trying to get some money from me? She trying to get some niggas to set me up, man. It ain't possible for a woman to love me in this capacity. Because a lot of us don't know what love is because we ain't never had a mother to set the precedence or to set an example of what the fuck love is. So we think bitches try to plot on us, and you know what I mean? Like, there's some good women out there that can be rooted in you initiating your healing. And how I know? Because I didn't dealt with them, cuz underappreciated them, because I was at a certain point in my life to where I couldn't really understand. I really couldn't process what love is, or what love, what love is, cuz on crib. I ain't know what love was until I started having kids. I die for you. Oh, I love you. Then I started looking at myself like, nigga, what's wrong with you? Why you don't know what love is? Then I have to start asking myself these questions. Shit, I ain't never had a mama. I ain't never had nobody to show me real love. Then I have to understand what the definition is love is. When you ask a motherfucker, what's love? Oh man, love is sacrificing. Love is all yielding. Love ain't none of that bullshit. Love is nothing more but a strong emotional attachment on PJ Crip. If you want to look at the dictionary definition of it. All love is sacrifice. Love is devotion. Love is dedication. Love ain't none of that shit. Love is nothing more but a strong emotional attachment. So that's why females and why males meet a female, right? And they say, oh, this ain't love, how you treat me. No, that is love. That's just that person's version of love. That's just that person's interpretation of love. Love is like when you doing math, you got that chart and you got the zero in the middle. The zero in the middle. You can go this way and it's all negatives. You can go this way and it's all positives. Your love is what you make it because it's nothing more than a strong emotional attachment. Some people have these attachment issues. Some people don't know themselves. Some people being that they don't know how to process love, right? They give you that dysfunction disguised as love. Love ain't always positive. Think about the shit that people that love you did to you. Man, I got people in my family that say they love me, but you backstab me. You backbid me. You forsake me when I needed you at my lowest point. But do they love me? Yeah. It's just their version of love, cuz. And this is some real on PJ Crip. This real shit. Love is akin to magic. You got one person that learned the magic, the alchemism, the alchemy and all this, and he use it for fucked up bad shit. Then you got one dude, he learns the ways of magic and alchemy and all this, and he use it for something that's positive, but it's still magic. Some people love is rooted in their dysfunction and their confusion, but it's still love. Because that nigga that's not loving you right, that female that's not loving you right, play what they love and see, does it not be to your detriment? It's still love because it's a strong emotional attachment. All that shit that they teach us that love is none of that shit. It's nothing more than a strong emotional attachment, and everybody express their love differently depending on where they're at in their life and how they process and understand this element or this thing called love, cuz. But with that, I'm gonna sip my water like, you know what I mean? Like something like a play. You feel me? Hold on, cuz. My player partner's Potter in this motherfucker, man. Shout out to Potter, man. Potter, man, shout out to Potter. What's the deal, homie? What we on? I mean, shit, we ain't kids no more, nigga. We in our respective sets, homie. We got influence with certain youngsters, homie. How do we get these youngsters to see that we can work through our differences? Potter was a dude that used to be trying to come after a nigga, and it was reciprocated. But that don't mean that he's a bad dude. We were under the impression of the set that says that PJs and Gray Street shouldn't get along, should never get along, and it just don't happen, cuz we was misled. But now that we know better, how do we go back to our respective sets and get the righteous young homies that's level-headed, that can process what we feed to them, homie, and introduce them to different elements? But it has to be a certain level of accountability. If I bring my homies to the table, you don't got to worry about my homies coming and have a conversation with you and then double it back that night and get it cracking. It don't work like that for me. So if we are working for the greater good of our people, then shit, what we got to do to get some of these youngsters in the same room to resolve these conflicts that really don't got nothing to do with them? As I told y'all, that shit started with my family, cuz. This PJ Gray Street division, when we were like brothers. On PJ, they ain't going to tell you that. Nigga, PJs and Gray Streets was like this. I won't get too deep into the history because a lot of dudes have created a false narrative. And I don't want to open old wounds and, you know what I mean, and all this and all that. But my thing is this, nigga, how do we move forward? How do we prevent more? And I'm pretty sure shit, you got kids that's of that age. If you know what I'm talking about, nigga, I got kids that's of that age. So how do we prevent our kids from being the next casualty due to this gangbanging shit? How do we put our kids on a path of entrepreneurship and getting this bag? My nigga Potter, what's the deal, man? What's cracking? Like, hey, man, I'm about to fly here to Cancun, my nigga. I'm about to go to the Bahamas. Just got my passport, nigga. What you want? Oh, man, I'm out there with you. And I'm just theoretically, hypothetically speaking, you feel what I'm saying? But this can be a reality for these babies. Nigga, let's go to the Dominican. I know you ain't no trick. I know you don't buy pussy, but when I get to the deal, oh, nigga, I need 5 bad bitches right now. Take your clothes off. Yeah. You feel me? You got a bitch rubbing your feet on some player shit. One rubbing his foot, the other one rubbing his foot. You getting a back massage while another one greasing your scalp. And man, that's some player shit that we all should be able to enjoy. Or a nigga hit a nigga from the other side, whether it's PJ, Bunny on the Great Street, 10 line, Carver Park, Mono Park, everything in between. Hey, my nigga, they got a property right there on Imperial up the way. My nigga, let's go in on this property. Say no more, yeah. I'm about to draw up the paperwork and we'll get the contractual agreement and let's go get that property. Now we have equity in the communities that we live, breathe, and die for. How do we create a new narrative, cuz, to counter the narratives that are misinformed and misguided big homies then gave to us? That's all I'm saying, my nigga. But I've been on this motherfucker for 2 hours and 15 minutes. If I talk a little bit more, I'm gonna need some paper up out of y'all. But do me a favor, man. If you haven't done so far, I ain't gonna ask y'all for no money, man. I'm not asking for y'all for no money. I'm asking for something real simple. Support me by liking the screen. If you feel like I'm talking some real shit, man, give me some likes. I ain't saying go in your pocket, get your hard-earned money, and you bless your partner. That ain't what I'm saying. Come on this motherfucker and give a nigga some likes, man. Let's start putting this message out there to counter all this bullshit and all this trash that they put in our community and clouding these babies' minds, cuz. How many young homies' funerals in big homies, but shit, we is the big homies now. How many young homies we gotta bury? And the nigga like, damn, cuz, I remember that nigga mama brought him from the hospital. Now I'm literally looking at an obituary with a young dude that I watched grow up. You niggas ain't affected by that, cuz? And I'm just talking about in general. Nigga, that shit don't hit you. Listen, on Eastside PJ Watch Crip, on Stevie Waller Bing, I'm gonna tell y'all something y'all don't want to experience. You don't never want to experience losing no child, nigga. Because that shit never leave you. And you had your moments where you cooled, and you had your moments where you fucked up on PJ Crip. And shit can go all bad in the drop of a pen. Because I'm mentally fucked up. I'm grieving. So how do we prevent anybody else from losing their babies, my nigga? That's all I'm saying. How do we prevent it? How do we take measures or create measures to stop it? And this ain't no invitation for no soft shit, no peace treaty type shit, or none of that. This is a man coming on this motherfucker, understanding the plots, the snares, the trap that they got for us, saying, listen, cuz, we can't let the next generation go through this bullshit that we went through because we was hoodwinked and bamboozled. And for us to continue to allow these youngsters to go through this fucked up cycle, we'll be some suck ass, bitch ass, mark ass, hoe ass niggas. Because we know better. Our big homies really ain't know better. And some of the big homies, them niggas are stupid. Them niggas can't read, they can't write, and they no disrespect to them. The education system wasn't investing in our people. They was graduating functional illiterates. But I'm about to get up off this thing, man. I appreciate y'all coming on here. Macking in on your kin folks. Time after time. Let me start catting off. But we all we need, man. We all we got. I'm gonna read 5 of the bottom comments. All right. My player Potter Y say, I went to prison and found out the real. Me too. What? Nigga, we cool with who? Never. Really? So if cuz get into it with cuz, then we gotta. And if you don't, that's your ass. Nigga, if you from Gray Street and I'm from PJ's and I get into it with the neighborhoods or the white boys or the Mexicans or whatever the case may be, if they pack me out and it's only me and you better participate, because if you don't participate, when you go back to the yard, You might as well not even go in your cell. You might as well tell the police, hey man, I don't think that this yard is conducive with the type of individual that I am aspiring to be. And roll your shit up, get up out of there, because we're gonna put some metal up in you, or we gonna do you real bad. And vice versa. If it's a homie from Gray Street, a homie from Carver Park. See, the hub and dub is unique, right? Let me tell you a little bit about the hub and dub. All our enemies is in our car on PJ. Mona Parks, Carver Parks, Gray Streets, 10 lines, semi-front streets, you know what I mean? All of our enemies is in our car. So our enemies is individuals that we got to jump for if it get cracking. If you don't get cracking, the cracking will get on your ass. And that's just the truth of the matter, cuz. If a homie from Gray Street, Carver Park, Mona Park, and all that, if they get into it with somebody, whether it's Soranios, white boys, or a different black car, and the numbers is in their favor, and it's me and cuz get cracking, or they get cracking on cuz, I gotta get cracking. If I don't get cracking, then there's going to be dire consequences for your lack of participation, buddy. And it's surreal. Why we gotta wait to why we gotta wait till we go to prison in order for us to say, damn, my nigga, we real similar. Nigga, your mama was on dope. Your auntie or your granny raised you. Oh, you had a crazy brother, crazy sister, or crazy uncle. Oh, your uncle used to smoke shot. Like, you know what I mean? There's too many similarities, cuz. But they got us thinking that we different, nigga. We worlds apart. No, nigga, that's right up the street. But yeah, man, that's my 1-2 on Crib. God Will 619 says, teaching everyone to find peace within. We have to. It's of the utmost importance right now. Teaching everybody to find peace within. Get a better understanding of yourself so you can better understand your brothers and your sisters. And understanding that it's time for us to unify. Our biggest assets, our biggest strengths is our unity and our money. Sagittarius Jones says, we got to be mothers and fathers to them. Most parents act like they're friends. That's some real shit. God Will 619 says, thumbs up, unique in every way. Much love to you. Says, thumbs up. Anna B says, 3 crying faces. Lamar Patterson says, gotcha. Sagittarius Jones says, y'all share this. I appreciate the support. Thank you. I am a Sagittarius and I am a Jones as well. My birthday is December the 16th, 1985. 85, baby. Anna B says, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate the support. God Will 619 says, activate your super chat G1. Your people will support you. I don't know about all that shit, man. I get on here, I pick a topic, it says live, I hit live again, and then I just do what it do. Like, I don't know the inner workings of all this shit. You know what I mean? I got all type of equipment and different cameras and all that. It's like, I don't know all the inner workings and all this and all that. Like, you feel me? But I'm going to look into that, and I appreciate you, making me wise to, how to do that and all that. Like, I appreciate that, Ken, folks. On the Renadales. God Will, I read that. God Will says, good versus bad. Also, COINTELPRO giving out salaries. You right. Because they got individuals that look like us. What's up, cuz? That talk like us. What's Bracken blood? That's co-opted. They're working for the government. They're surveilling. They're getting intel. They're getting these. And they're filling out motherfucking documentations on the phone and sending it to their handlers or sending it to a certain system. And then somebody they scrutinize it, they go through it and all that. And if it's this and it's that, but yeah, that's some real shit. This is COINTELPRO number 2. Dr. Cole said, you a wise dude, yay. Peace and blessings, Dr. Cole. I appreciate that. I'm just me. I'm here, and I believe I have a divine purpose, and my divine purpose is trying to wake up my people. We've been suffering too long. I don't want to suffer no more. I don't, even if we don't, in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, get to the mountaintop, at least we can ensure that these babies ain't got to suffer like how we suffer. They spare these babies from these mental health disorders because they ain't strong enough to navigate through some of this shit that we go through up here in these noggins of us. They ain't as strong as us mentally. There's some saying that says each generation get what? Weaker, but wiser. And that shit is true. Let's spare these babies from these hardships, these adversities, because a lot of them is going to tap out. I can't do it. Since 2000 and I believe 10 or 2015, the self-unaliving rate starts with an S You get what I'm saying? The self-unaliving rate amongst children has increased. Mental health disorders like generalized anxiety disorder, depression, and all the shit that I go through now as an older individual, these babies is going through. I wouldn't worry about no motherfucking experiencing no anxiety attacks and all that shit when I was young, nigga. We was having fun. We was gang banging, we were fucking bitches and smoking that cess weed. Every now and then smoke some chronic weed, but fucking bitches, stealing cars, trying to find a way to get some money, trying to find somebody that we can model ourselves after to look like somebody, to have some type of identity. We weren't dealing with depression, anxiety, and all this mental shit that these babies is dealing with. So how could they survive some of the shit that we survived, and we was a lot stronger mentally, physically too, because we fought, we did a lot of shit. But let me read a few more of these comments and I'm gonna get up off of here. God Will says 619 says some people will learn from the journey and others will give up because they scared to fight for themselves. Frank Nitty, my player partner, says I'm a Sag and my last name Jones. You too, nigga? You no, man. You just saying that shit that I just said because I just said it to buddy, man. Hey, no, nigga, you really a Sagittarius and your last name Jones too? That's crazy, bro. Sagittarius Jones says that's right. God Will says yes, sir. KM videos. That's Kev Mac live stream. Say first time viewer. Hey, Kev Mac, what's the dinner there, man? An abundance of love and respect, man, to you and yours. And thank you, homie. Thank you for being a pioneer. And, just giving us something that we can look forward to, what I mean? Giving us a goal that we can aspire to accomplish. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I want to give you your flowers, because what you have contributed to this social media space is next level, homie. And it ain't never rooted in conflict and controversy. You do your thing, homie, and it is what it is. But you know what I mean, homie? I salute you. I give you your flowers, man. God bless you. It's time for you to do that documentary. I would love to do a documentary with you. I can tell you about some of the resources, and I know you got a lot of resources yourself, but I can tell you about some of the productions, the production companies and the producers that I am in connection with, that I have access to. And let's do a documentary, man. I'm trying to get somebody to come on here and do this documentary with me called Afghanistan. I did a documentary. I'm not a producer or nothing on it, but it's called Truth. Oh, I should try to find that, cuz I should give y'all a bar of truth. Nah, but Bonnie Hunter BJ, shout out to Bonnie Hunter BJ, Nino Cappuccino, Daoud Sherrills from out the Jordan Downs, and my big homie Snipe from out of the Imperial Courthouser projects, as well as Big Mike from out of the Jordan Downs. They came together, and I was blessed to be a part of that project. And my partner, what is his name? Drew. Drew shot everything, arranged everything, and all that. But it's a phenomenal documentary, man. But it's something going on to where the brothers aren't releasing it just yet. But it's in high demand for the individuals that's in that arena and whatnot, man. But I want to do this with Afghanistan, man. Whether I get support or I don't get support, Afghanistan, the documentary is about to be shot. You feel what I'm saying? But shout out to Kev Mac, man. Much love and respect. Kev Mac says, hit me up and I will give you whatever help I can offer to monetize and super chat. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. That's how we come together as a community, man, on the reels. Much love, Kev Mac, man. I appreciate you. Sagittarius Jones says, right. God Will 619 says, what's up, Kev Mac? Respect. Frank Nitty says, on me. Frank Nitty says, the GOAT. Kev Mac is the GOAT. Hold on, let me highlight that. There we go. Frank Nitty say, I be on Kev Mac channel. Salute, man. Kev Mac is the shit. What? Just to, get the different perspectives of the origin of things so you can better process and understand like what we doing. And how do we make alterations? How do we change it to where now it's in the actual embedment of the people in the community versus continuing to allowing it to work to our detriment? A lot of the history that we have become familiar with is by way of Kev Mac. I ain't know that the first, I think that was on Kev Mac platform. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I learned a lot from Kev Mac. Even when I first started recording my homies, man, I was trying to get my Kev Mac on. You feel what I'm saying? But dude from Motor Park called me a fake ass Kev Mac. Oh, PJ, oh, Mike. When I started interviewing my homies, my big homie, G Perico's in the building. Hey, shout out to G Perico, man. This is amazing, homie, on the reels, man. Listen, How do we create a solution? How do we figure it out, man? I got G Perico in this motherfucker. I got Kev Mac videos. Listen, homie, I want to be a forward-thinking individual, and I would love for us to all use our collective relationships and influence, homie, to put something together that's not televised. Put something together, homie. Let's start putting out some of these fires, man. Let's save these babies. We may not see them on top, but we can make sure that these babies ain't got to go through the shit that we suffering from it, from all that, homie. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep on being on, you know what I mean? I'm gonna bring it to a secession, I believe that's the word. I'm gonna bring it to a conclusion, man. But I appreciate everybody. Kev Mac, G Puerto Rico, Frank Nitty, Sagittarius Jones, my player partner from Hoover, everybody, Potter Watts. But I appreciate Anna B. I appreciate all y'all for coming on and showing your support, man. It's highly appreciated. I'm gonna read 4 more comments and I'm out of here for reals, for reals. All right, we got G Perico, man. This is next level. Man, I love G Perico music, cuz on PJ Crip. I know he got his own swag, his own style. And I wouldn't hold him in comparison to Nipsey Hussle. I wouldn't do that. But I will say that he's the gangster's version of something that's as close as Nipsey Hussle as possible. Cuz on PJ, and we got to salute him and give him his flowers, man. I ain't never, you know what I mean? Like, give him his flowers, man. A lot of these LA rappers, homie, they do a lot of shit, homie, that's rooted in controversy, bullshit, and nonsense. But what I get from this dude, man, he's a business owner. He's a forward-thinking individual, man, and his rap style is just next level, man. Shout out and salute to you. Or we got Kev Mac. Kev Mac says, respect, homie. G Perico is my connect. What up, G? On the Renanils, man. G Perico, that nigga. Respect, GP, Southern California in the building. Big Kev Mac, what up, OG? Top Modorian 47 says, I plan on making a 3D CGI animated series about growing up in Compton in the late 80s and early 90s. I would love to be a part of that. I could do a little voiceover, my nigga. Nah, for real. Hey, nah, but hit me up, man. Let's get cracking, man. I'd love to be a part of that. Johnny Robinson says, peace, yeah. Peace. Frank Nitty says, G Puerto Rico, salute. Like how you building up your community on the Renanils. G Perico say, my nigga, all love. I appreciate that, man. All love return. And Kev Mac, we gonna close it out with Kev Mac. He say, I fucks with G Perico, good dude right there. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Man, listen, homie, my own girl Riri sings this brother's praises. Everything I hear about this brother is A1. But listen, man, shout out to my nigga Kiki. Shout out to my nigga C Stone. Rest in peace to my nigga Roach from 11 Deuce Broadway Gangster Crib. Man, shout out to all my player partners from Broadway, man. If I have neglected to mention you, don't blame it on my heart, blame it on my mind. I be having a lot of shit on my dome, but shout out to 11 Deuce Broadway, shout out to the 6-0, shout out to the Great Street, shout out to the PJ, shout out to everybody, homie. My only request is, man, we just find a way to resolve, some of the conflict that's been plaguing our community for over 30, 40 years, you know what I mean? And with that, man, I'm gone. Stay up, God bless y'all. Let's live in peace before we be forced to rest in it. Too black, too strong. We tongue-tied. We all we need, we all we got, man. And with that, I'm gone. It's your player partner, Bobby W.A.J.